Hey, it's ArchieLuxury. How are you today? Hello, it's your Pontiff. This is Pontiff TV, and we are on the ArchieLuxury channel. I did a bit of research. That guy I had on the stream yesterday, Perry TV. Guess what? That's the same guy who promised to build Tim Wright a studio. He's the guy who talked big. He was a diamonds. He's in diamonds, and he's did this, and he's going to make you he was going to big dreams, big talk, small actions. It's the same fucking guy. That's right, guys. It was the same fucking guy. So, it's no wonder. Delusional fantasist. But, it's okay to have a laugh and a joke. But, Perry, it's not really nice to spin this shit when, to grieving families. I mean, that's pretty shit, Perry. That's not cool. It's okay to do it, Tim Wright or me. That's okay normally. But, to grieving families, bleh, what an awful grub of a guy. He's so full of shit. And you know what? He's a freak. He's a freak. I just sent him a message. I think you were the same guy who promised to build Tim Wright a full studio. Was this you? Was this you? Same bullshit. Same bullshit. Just another day. There we go. And hey, what can I say there, man? What can I say? It's just full of shit there. I got a few photos coming in from Tan the Man from the meetup. We got some photo. I'll get these photos up very soon. P-Cars. We had Mike the Snake, Toyota Mo, Chingao Cap. I'll bring this stuff up very, very soon. Very soon. What else can I say there, guys? What else can I say? What else can I say there? So, guys, what else can I say? I'll tell you exactly what I can say. Shout out to Adrianos17. Let's go. Shout out to 1UCLT. We got a super chat. Super chat. First super chat of the night is Patel Philippe. The merch shirt has an uncanny resemblance to the real guy. Today's meetup was with Mike the Mistake, not Mike the Snake. Brought his OP 39. Good stuff. I'm just going to bring this up on the screen now so we can see some photos. We got the Zeal. Zeal was there. The Zeal was in the house. Now, we got to get our link shared. Let's get punters on the stream. By the way, guys, guess what came in yesterday? What came in was the strap. A strap for my Zenith. I've got a strap in. Like a strap came in. We'll have a look at that very, very soon. The strap. These are some photos here. There's the Zeal. Whoops, that's my rates notice. Where is this thing? Oh, there we go. That's the OP. Mike the Snake. What's he eating? Why isn't Toyota Mo finished his fucking... Why hasn't he finished his fucking pork bun? Those are delicious. What's Mike the Snake left there? What is that? What sort of thing is that left behind? No wastage. Oh, pork buns. Look at that. Oh, pork. Pork. Let's hone in on that pork. Chingao, motherfuckers. Chingao. So it's yeah, amazing. Amazing stuff, guys. Amazing stuff. What I was going to say is today, yeah, guys. So we've got some action packed. We got second super chat from Patel Philippe, $5. AC3 Mike the Snake ordered the entire dim sum menu. That's the way to go. Chingao, motherfuckers. Chingao. I'm drinking my vitamin B and C juices. That's right. Chingao, fikers. Chingao. Chingao. Chingao, fikers. That's right. Chingao. And then we got another super chat, CB. Oh, we got HR department. Hey, HR, how are you?
Hey, Paul, how's it going?
Hey, I want to show you something. Another wounded Zenith dial donation. Let me show you something. So I actually got my Zenith, and I've got a blue leather strap. Opinions sort. What do you think of this?
Opinions. Do you want me to be honest with you, big boy?
Yeah, I love it. I think it looks amazing.
I think the strap itself is nice, but you can call me ignorant. You can call me a bogan. I don't understand the Zenith. What is the draw? I don't understand it, Arch.
Look at that strap. Dark blue, bluey, almost black, certain light, but it's actually a dark blue. Look at that. What do you think of that strap? It matches the first dial at 3. That same blue.
The strap itself is very nice, but I don't understand the attraction to a Zenith.
Zenith.
Zenith. And Arch, while I'm on, I've got a question for you. I'm not best pleased at the moment. Can you explain to me the lack of love for the datejust?
Yes. Look, basically,
specifically my datejust.
The market has changed. I'm just going to set this watch.
The
market has changed. Okay, that's what's happened, and it's no longer. There we go. Just got the Zenith. What do you think of the Zenith? Tell me. So this strap, it's an original Zenith strap. And it's rubber backed. It's rubber back. It's actually quite a nice strap. I'm really impressed with it.
Answer the question, Arch. Come on, tell me. I want to hear it. The lack of love for the datejust. Tell me why. Is it warranted?
Datejust is a great watch. Okay, understand. It is a. So there we go. That's on the wrist. Look at that. It's on the wrist with the new leather strap. Beautiful. I'm gonna wear that. That's a beautiful watch. Okay, the lack of love. What's happened? Why has it gone this way? And
is it warranted?
No, Datejust is a great watch. Datejust, it's a classic. It's a classic. The only thing is that's happened is the Datejust itself. It's just that it's the problem with the Datejust is it's, you know, on this channel here we're hypersensitive. Okay, we're hyper. But the Datejust itself, it's a fan-fucking-tastic watch. It's fantastic. It is fantastic. Look at this. This is a JLC, right? Look at this. Look at that. A hockey puck. I am so proud to own that.
So, Arch, do I get rid of this then?
You don't get rid of nothing. Keep it. That's it's beautiful. It's actually, Really beautiful. Datejust is very beautiful. It's beyond, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. Let me catch up. JD MTL $2.80. Tan was always loyal, Arch. He's a legend. Yes, he is. And Big Al watching gold. Archie is drinking orange juice and anchovy sauce mixture. And we've got Patel Philippe, $5. Zenith was only good in the Daytona. We all know this, man. You can't get the Sin Navitiner, man. You need the Breitling. That's
Archie, can you pull up what's the space? Where's he gone? Can you pull up Big Al's gold and watches chat?
I gotta tell you, Big Al's watches and
The one that
chat,
says HR department.
he is a legend. Do you understand that? You understand this, don't you?
That's 100% there, bud.
He's a legend, that guy, okay? And I want to say something to you, okay? I want to say this to you now. The Datejust, I love my Datejust. Love the Datejust. I love the Datejust. You know why?
Why?
Man, it's a classic, iconic watch. It's so perfect. Like, it's like the most, it's that's, you'd almost say it's a sports watch. And I think you've got my favorite combo, fluted bezel with oyster. What a clever idea. That's really schmicko.
With the blue dial.
That's my favorite. You don't see that combination you got there. You don't see that off that much around, you know. You'd expect to look it. I've got to tell you honestly, that's a beautiful watch. You do not need. You do not need. You know why you don't hear about the Datejust?
Say that again, Arch.
Because the guys who own them, they know they're the best. You don't need constant affirmation from me.
I do, Arch. I worship you. I need you to tell me it's a good watch. I haven't got a brain for myself.
I got to tell you honestly, Datejust itself is fucking stunning. That's a stunning watch. You know why it's so stunning?
Why?
The reason it's so stunning is that watch itself, that watch, that you've got to realize something. It's perfect. See, in the 70s, the Datejust was the #1 seller. It was so popular. So the only negative is because it was so popular, it sometimes has a little bit of a rub because it was popular before. But I really think, to be honest with you, man, it is so cool. The reason it's cool is because it is just so versatile. It is so beautiful. That watch, what more do you want in a watch? Seriously, what more do you want? What do you want? What more do you want? That's a watch you can wear to work. You can get married wearing that watch. You should be proud of it, man. Just be proud. I wish I had one. I would gladly wear Datejust. Why not?
Arch, can I swap it for the fishy pussy?
Fishy pussy was stolen. I no longer have the
shit.
fishy pussy. Yeah.
Sorry, Arch. I didn't know that. I didn't know that one was stolen.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah, no. That's okay, man. It's okay. I got to tell you, I've just put on the Zenith. Man, that watch, you know, I love the open heart. The open heart, to me...
Arch, I've got to jump off. I'll come on a bit later. I've got to give my fiance some medicine.
That's okay, man. You make sure she's okay. Make sure she's okay. We've got another super chat that's just come through. And we've got Patel Philippe, $5. Will the Explorer 40 be as iconic as the 1016, or will it go the way of the Trek's hands? You know, good question. Look, you got to remember the 1016. That was actually a very, you know, that's a long time ago. I had one. Can you believe that? I had a 1016 Rolex. I did. I had a 1016 Rolex. Now, I love the blue. Look, I love the blue. The blue is really my color. Now, the thing is, Will, whoa, 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 Will, 1016. I got to be honest with you. I don't think it will be as iconic, because is there much difference between the 39 and the 40? I don't think there's that big difference. I really can't see that huge difference. I'm sorry. I can't see huge difference. I cannot see big difference. I can't see huge difference. And that's the whole point. I think the 1016 is iconic. It's a classic because it's a plastic, last of the plastics. Whereas the 40 mil, do you want the 39 mil, the 40 mil? Wah, 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 wah. Different genre, different era. No, I can't see it being as iconic as the 1016. And, that's honestly the way I feel about it. It is 1016 was classic. It's classic. Okay. It was classic. It was super classic. And that's kind of how it is there. We've got Patel Philippe, $5. Can you do me a favor and pull up a vintage Omega Seamaster and then proceed to explain to the audience how this is a Seamaster in any way? He wants to see Seamasters, Omega Seamaster. Now, I got to tell you something. As far as Seamasters go, let me tell you, one of my favorite Seamasters is, I really love, I'm pulling it up now for you guys here. Let's look at this here. Look at this. I actually love this wave dial solid gold. Fuck, that is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. I think that's beautiful. Omega Seamaster, solid fucking gold. The Bond. Yes, I like the Bond. That's beautiful. I tell you what, let's have a what I really like in Seamaster. See, look, look at this. This is gold capped. Is that a Seamaster? Fuck. See, they put that on so many things there. I like the Seamaster 300. That's what I like. Let's bring it up. Now, this here, look at this. Fuck, they're asking a lot of money for that vintage. 23,000? Fuck. You got to be joking. I like these retro, the revamped Omega C. Look at that. That's a retro. That's kind of the Seamaster I like, the retro. Look at this. Here, look at this. This is even better. The blue. Because I love blue. Look at that. How is that not the most perfect Seamaster you could play with? Look at that. That is fucking gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's beyond beautiful. It's just gorgeous. Look at that. That's a Seamaster. Please name. Okay, we got. Can you do me a favor? Pull up a vintage Omega Seamaster and then proceed to explain to the audience how this is a this is a Seamaster because it's classic, iconic. It's waterproof Omega. It's simple. The bezel. It's just fucking perfect. Oh, we got Big Al. He's starting to agree with me. Thank you, Big Al. We've got Patel Philippe, $5. Please name 3 watches that are for your typical junior engineer after his first bonus. Preferably at KBR. Look, I tell you honestly, the brand that was always popular was Tag Heuer. That's right. Tag Heuers. The Heuers. They were always popular at KBR because, one of the big reasons why? and I'd even say senior engineers, because watches are expensive. They are really expensive. And, you know, a man, look, let's be honest here. First big pay rise, first big bonus, he wants to buy something new. He doesn't want to buy second hand. He doesn't understand the genre, you know? The genre is different, man. The genre is different. And that's the big thing. The genre is different. We've got Saad jumping on. Hello, Saad. What is happiness?
Archie, I have a question. What will you choose, wealth or prosperity?
Oh. I'll take the prosperity, thank you.
Now, prosperity is mostly your health and relationships, right?
It can be anything you want. Prosperity, a long period of peace and prosperity. What does prosperity mean? Happiness? Prosperity often produces wealth, including other factors which can be profusely wealthy in all degrees, such as happiness and health. So prosperity includes everything. What does people's prosperities mean? When all people have the opportunity and freedom to thrive. Have you had prosperity in your life, Saad?
Archie, I believe in balance. I believe in balance of power. Some prosperity and some wealth. The combination of both. If you have ultimate health, great relationships, but you don't have money, assets, you will not be a happy person. Love is not the ultimate solution to happiness. I've seen
I got a
many
super
people.
chat in. Let me read this super chat. Patel Philippe, $10. Pick 10 random questions or comments in the chat and give the audience a response. And yes, you have to respond. Don't just pull it up, you lazy fyke. 10. Okay, here we go. AC3, did you ever get a bonus at KBR? Yes, I did. I got a retention bonus when I was on a project. KBR was really fucking stingy. They were stingy sons of bitches. I got a retention bonus. And what did I buy? I bought my wife a Louis Vuitton bag. It was about $10,000. The bag was $1,500. And what did I buy myself? I think I upgraded a watch or something. I put some money into a watch. Okay. We got another super chat here. Let's go. We got Octo Perpetual Time. Octo Femissimo is king. Okay, thank you. We got another super chat here. I love Drama Curly. Roll one and let's go. Number 3. We've got number 4. Archie hit the drama. No. Number 5. Patrick B. GB was good, but now shit. Thunderstorms around and fiked up my beer time in the pool. Forbin Colossus. Did he have a Seamaster? Who had a Seamaster? I've owned a Seamaster. I had a couple quartz ones. Number 6. 40 and 41, not very noticeable. I agree with you on that one, Arch. Happy Meal. Play the latest Rodent 100 clip. It features Perry. Let's have a look at that. Rodent 100. You know who Rodent 100 is?
No.
Oh, I'm trying to find it. Let's get him on. Okay, here we go. Let's get this on. Guest on the panel, we got Perry. Hey, how are you going?
Hey, Archie, long time listener, first time ever being on your channel. Quite an honor.
Hey, no, that's not actually true. This is the guy who promised to build out Tim's studio. He's full of shit, this guy. Worry.
Arch, I don't know if you know who I am. You sent me a terrible email today. You made me feel terrible.
Well, you know what, Perry? I'll tell you the fucking truth, right?
Be honest. Be honest.
Your fucking charity is bullshit, okay? You come off like you're a Rockefeller. Don't fucking send those things out to people who've lost people, okay? Because you fucking cause me pain, and I tell you the truth. It's bullshit, okay? I don't fucking... You know, you talk with a forked tongue. I don't fucking understand what it is, okay?
Can I answer?
For starters, you don't make it clear, okay?
Okay, I get it. You don't get it.
Then I gave you my fucking address. And you said, oh, they couldn't send it to you. Well, you know what?
No, you're right. I checked.
I gave you my fucking address. I want the fucking tax credit, you stupid fuck. Okay? I want the tax credit. What do you think I fucking want?
You want a tax credit?
Well, what the fuck do you think I waste my time responding to you for? I want the fucking tax credit.
If you want me to tell you, I'll tell you. If you don't, I won't.
No, but I'm telling you, I asked you, right? You contact me.
Archie,
I think you should plan the idea. It's fucking crap. You understand me or not, Perry? Perry, I'm telling you, it's a stupid fucking idea. Okay?
No, it's not,
dumb.
Archie. I've done it 100 times.
Perry, what is
Perry,
happiness?
I'm telling you, it's fucking stupid. Why won't you fucking listen? Are you so far fucking up yourself you won't listen? There we go. That's on Rodent 100. We've also got some other super chats here. We got Jump On Now, Perry. Archie has cooled down. We've got Forbin Colossus. Will Archie say what he's looking? I'm actually putting some watches into a watch box. And we've got another, we'll pick another comment here. Let's go and pick a comment at the other end here. Let's have a look. Angelic Slayer. I started a new project, Tommy. Shall I send a sample? What's he doing? Do you know what that is about? And then finally, we've got another comment here. Herman Love watches. And we've got Happy Meal. Perry is the Gem King in New York City. So, yeah, that's right. Yes. So he lied. He had been on the show before. P Cars, is Perry and Squeaky G Rockefellers? And Tommy, Patrick B, I'll put you in the Lux category. There we go. 10 comments read. Now, Saad, I want to get back to talking to you. Saad,
Yes.
I got a story for you. I went to my dentist. He's a Sikh. He's an Indian Sikh. You know, the Sikhs,
Yes.
They wear the turbans, okay?
Yeah. Yes.
Really good dentist. Fucking love him. He's a really nice guy. And he actually saw my son in February, right?
Yes.
And he was actually really upset. And he said, you know, I want to tell you a story. He said a friend of his dad was riding in India on a rickshaw, and his son was sitting there. He wasn't mucking around, but he was sitting there. They hit a bump, and his son flew out of the rickshaw and landed on the other side of the road, and a truck drove by and killed him.
Oh.
And the guy, instead of being angry or upset, he said, you know, maybe it was his time to go. It was his time. Do you understand? It was his time to go.
I mean, it's not easy to reply to something like that, but all I can say is that I pray that whoever goes with this kind of situation, may it get easy on that person, because it's not an easy thing.
Yes. So there you go. That was the story. We got another super chats just come in here. We got super chats and we love our super chats. We got a super chat here from Malik Diamond. You love your Malik. Pontiff and General Saad. Thoughts on the new 36 day date rose gold blue baguette dial. What was this? Tell me about this, Saad. What is this?
I think this is the 128235.
Okay, I'll just get this up on the screen. Give me one moment. So you're saying to me this is the Rolex
1228
Yep.
235. It's a teal baguette dial, Archie. You can write
I'm
blue or
trying to
teal.
find it. Where is it? Where is it exactly? That's it there.
I cannot see it, Archie.
Sorry.
Write 128235 teal. Just write teal with it. TEAL. The second one with the baguettes. This one, yes.
Ooh. $130,000.
It's not an off catalog product. So Malik Diamond, I don't think one should spend extra on this watch. It's just a color dial.
Why is it so expensive? Can I ask you that?
Archie, these guys, they ask whatever they want to. But it's not a watch. It's not a special watch, I would say. By any means.
Thoughts? I think the blue is beautiful. I wish it was in 40. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Why don't they bring this out in 40? I don't understand that. Because I tell you something, my friend just basically, a good friend of mine, he just bought from the dealer a brand new yellow gold 40 mil day date, right? Actually, I'll show you what he just bought. Actually, he bought a few things, okay? I'm going to bring these up for you to have a look at. He got a yellow gold day date, right?
Okay.
And I got to tell you, the yellow gold day dates, right? He paid 70 Australian. I'll work it out in US for you, okay? But what I'm trying to say is, how come that 36 mil is so much more money? I'll show you to you. My friend just bought this from the AD, okay? He paid $70,000. He paid 47,000 for this baguette dial 40 mil.
I think this is a much better choice than that teal 36
that
rose
deal
gold.
is more. Why is it more expensive? I don't understand.
It's more expensive in the gray market, not at retail. Number one. Number two, rose golds are slightly more expensive than yellow gold because it's
just slightly.
Slightly.
And what do you think, Saad?
I think whatever he likes, he should go for it, but he should not pay anything, even $1 more than retail, because it's not a special watch. Anything you get off catalog, yes, I would say if it's a little bit more expensive than the retail, no problem. Ordinary watches, never buy it over retail.
Never buy it over retail.
Like this watch that is on the screen, the 228238 40 millimeter with champagne baguette dial. This is one of the most ordinary and easy to get day date. Champagne, white dial, silver dial, These are the easiest ones. And the more the diamonds on the watch, the easier it is to get, because they have a huge profit margin on the diamond watches.
Let me show you something, Saad.
Super chat.
Have a look at that super chat. What do you think of that, Saad?
This is much better looking box than that Louis Vuitton. But the only issue is some slots are empty. This is a disaster.
Should I put straps in those slots?
No. Watches.
Watches. I'm
And
going to get my Explorer back, and then
okay.
I'm going to get my Explorer back, and then once I get my Explorer back, I can have happiness, okay? We got another super chat. So that baguette dial, I think the color is beautiful, but as Saad says, it's not that special. Why would you pay so much for it? That's what you're saying, Saad. Is that correct?
Yes, if he can get it at retail, excellent purchase. If not, if higher than retail, gray market, avoid it.
Avoid it. You really think so?
I mean, why spend extra money on something which is not off catalog?
Well, because it's hard to get that one. You know, the green dial. Would you pay extra money for the 40 mil, you know, that Rolex green? Would you pay extra for that?
I would back in 2022, yes, not now.
Not
If I
now.
can get, not now. Not, even though I know the significance of green dial, I know it very well, but
It's
no,
not easy to get.
it is not easy to get, but you won't die if you don't get it.
You won't die if you don't get anything. Nothing's that important. My God.
So that is why I'm saying, why pay extra for it? Eventually, if the way market is going down, if it goes in the same direction, they will have no other option but to sell you these watches.
We've got Doc joining us. Hello, Doc.
How are you? I wanted to say hello.
The man with the most beautiful voice, Mr. Doc BBW. How are you, sir?
You
got
you
a
have
super
a
chat.
great
We're
one
gonna
too.
catch up
That's
on
why.
the super chat. We got P Cars, $10, super sticker, and I want to show one photo for P Cars. He's a really cool guy. He got wine for us when I was in New York, and he's just a really cool guy. Let's just bring him up. Here a picture of P Cars with the Zeal. What car is Zeal in? What car is this?
Maybe it's
Is that a Porsche?
Yeah.
I think that's a American. What is that? A Taycan or a? That's a Porsche, I think. Beautiful. Okay.
Because in this country, P Cars would be driving. He's in the driving position.
Yes. And we got Patel Philippe, $5. Dunhill Namiki Makey E limited edition versus Mont Blanc Taj Mahal. Pull them up, big boy.
I thought Pilot makes the Mickey. I never knew Dunhill also makes the Mickey. Mekai. It's a special art they follow in Japan on these expensive pens, Archie. By the way, Doc BBW, do you know back in 2013, Rolex made 6263 and 6265 manual wind 4-digit daytonas for about 20 pieces.
You mean a continuation series?
Yeah, they did it. It was a special order, and they did it for some people, some special executives. 20 pieces were made in 2013.
Wow. I wonder how much they cost.
Look at this. Look at this.
$500,000, I would say.
125,000.
Now,
can tell
Namiki is
that
the art. It is this art on, you see stars and stuff. This is a special art which is done in Japan.
oh boy, now we're talking pens. I thought we were talking boxes.
So that's the Dunhill versus the
Taj Mahal.
Montblanc.
I like the name Taj Mahal. I like the name right there. It's all marketing, you know.
Fuck. I'd definitely go Taj Mahal. Okay.
Yes.
Here's an article from Forbes magazine, so it must be prestigious.
I think they cost $1 million also. Something like that.
What do you think of my assessment if I was just going to go with the name, with name only, and that's all the information I have? Taj Mahal is a better sounding name for the pen.
And this is what Montblanc is good at, Mr. Doc BBW. They are good at marketing and playing with others' sentiments. So they bring up these different versions, you know, just to pay respect to different successful people, artists,
Sure.
presidents.
And a lot of the appeal is decorative.
60,000.
Yeah, on this, yes.
Son.
Archie, add to cart. Press add to cart, buy it.
Do it now before
We're
somebody
waiting,
else
Archie.
gets there. Get it now while you can.
So, Mr.
does that
Doc
mean?
BBW, what is a Stella dial, Mr. Doc?
Oh, you know, I really don't know the honest definition of Stella dial because they never made a Daytona with a Stella dial. I don't know why. And I always think of Stellas as, I know they're not the same, but I always think of them in conjunction with Starbursts, which aren't my thing.
Actually, they made Stella dials for the Daytona. But, you know, Doc?
For the 4-digit?
Yeah, yes. Green in color.
No. Really?
Yes, Mr. Doc.
Off
Archie, can
catalog,
you write?
obviously.
Yeah. So I think I shared a picture with you a few years back, if you remember,
Of the Stella dial?
of the Stella dial Daytona. Yes.
Now I'm Googling.
Just one
I'm
minute
Googling
there.
right now.
What dial? What is it again? Stella dial.
Just
Rolex.
write Daytona Stella dial.
Fuck. It's right.
Pull it up if you find it, because I'm looking.
It's on the screen now.
Oh wow! Wait a minute. Let me increase my.
I've never even seen it before, Doc.
Wow. I have not seen this before.
They did it in few other colors also, Doc, but it's a
Blue?
classified information. I will not share this unless you super chat me $5 billion.
Did they do
We got
a blue
another
one?
super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Archie, why do you eat those powdered curries from Fiji? Is that culinary luxury? Well, that was when I was in Fiji. I had no choice. We got the Ross Rachel Brady Network, $5. Sard and Doc and Archie are my meaning of happiness. And we got a $10 super chat. Patel Philippe Sard, a bit of history lesson tonight. I gave Doc the name Doc BBW many years ago because he said he's never met a large ladies that would appreciate his love for Caesar salads.
Doc
you know,
is my most
here's the
favorite.
interesting thing, Sod. Everybody gets all excited about Stella dials.
Yes.
And Why don't people get excited about Singer dials in the same way they get excited
Now,
about
this is a
Stella
good
dials?
question, Doc BBW. Actually, Singer was one of the companies that were actually making these Stella dials. Now,
No, Stella was the company making Stella dials.
yeah, Stella. Now, what happened was the base plate, the dial was designed by Singer and another company called Stern. And then
Yes.
those dials were sent to Stella company, Stella SA.
Oh, so it was like a collaboration.
Yes. Where did Dot go? Or is it my internet, Archie?
No, Doc's there. Oh, it's
One
Doc's
second.
internet. He's coming back. Just wait.
Okay. So
we got
what do you
another
think of this
chat.
watch?
Osman Alva, 44 Turkish lira. Super sticker. Thank you. Thank you so much. I got to ask you something there, Saad.
What is the meaning of
Do many
success?
of these watches, these rare dials, what is your would you collect these rare dials? You love these rare dials. They bring you happiness?
100%. They make me very happy. Anything which is off catalog is something that I want to acquire in life.
Thank you so much, Saad. I got to tell you, how many different colors did they have in these Stella dials?
This is a very classified information, Archie. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you can't tell me.
I can WhatsApp you.
But what other colors did they have? Can I ask you that?
Red?
Any blue?
I have to check.
And what era are these? What era are you talking about?
Excellent question. Now, actually, these were also this watch we have on the screen is of course the old model, but the same was reissued in the mid 2000s back, just for specific customers. So actually, the Stellar dials were there on those 4-digit Daytonas in 2013.
Now, fascinating thing. Sorry that I crashed.
Now, what happened, Doc, was the base plate was, or the dial was manufactured by Singer and Stern, but the color was applied by the company called Stella. And back in 70s, Rolex actually advertised these dials as Stella dials.
Right.
Now,
I think they also
some people call it, some people say that Stella stands for stars. No, here it is the name of the company. Now, these were basically enamel painted. I mean, hard enamel, you can say, do one coat of lacquer, then bake it, then another coat, then third coat, then fourth coat of, enamel. Once it's done, then they printed the logo and everything, the text on the dial, and then lacquered it. Now, you see on these Stella dials, they over time developed cracks, which was called the spider dials.
Yes.
Spider web.
Are they worth less or more with cracks?
No, those are worth on the day dates, Doc. It is less actually. They look for if there is any spider there, spider web there, then it's not an attractive piece.
That's
However,
true. On the Submariner, though, it's more.
Yeah. So what happened was, Doc, it was not the enamel which went bad. It was actually the lacquer that made the spider issue.
And it depends on the variety
of
spider.
It's the lacquer. It's the lacquer that did it.
Yeah, and the problem with lacquer or clear coat is it turns yellow after some time, or yellowish. That is why you will never see two Stella dials exactly the same color.
Stella dials originally, were they much more expensive than standard dials?
I'm not sure about this, but they were actually made for the Middle Eastern markets. Of course, they must be more expensive than the ordinary sunburst. Highly
Okay.
unsuccessful dials these were. Nobody wanted it.
Oh.
Which is the same that can be said for the Daytona in general. They weren't really successful either.
So
Doc, what made Daytona so
these
successful
are
suddenly?
70s. These are 70s. Is that right?
These were 70s, 80s, and 90s. Stella were made till the 90s, actually.
Now,
90s.
interestingly, this particular dial, the indices appear to be different. They appear to be like a Zenith generation Daytona indice.
Can I ask you, could people in America order a Stella dial one or no?
Actually, Archie, I have seen some very rare day dates with Stella dials on 6-digit reference numbers, which is a weird thing to say, because on 6-digit reference numbers there were no Stella dials, but on special order I have actually seen them. I've also seen coral dials on 6-digit date dates. So uh, the problem with Rolex is that they don't share the special pieces, any information on that. So it's us, or if somebody actually sees it in auction or any website, that's the only way we can have information on these special pieces. But what I understand, they still make special stuff for special people.
But Stella
Mm.
doesn't exist any longer, does it?
Yeah, that was a special request to the Stella company, actually.
That sounds
Can
interesting.
you imagine that, Doc?
It makes me very suspicious as to whether the Stella was a true Stella, that is a Stella
It
made
was
by
it was
Stella.
let me give you an example. Archie, write 118139 Stella.
That's a nice looking
118139
Daytona though.
Stella.
Nice looking Daytona.
Not to be confused with fella.
Yeah, now this yellow one, the one with the yellow dial.
Mhm.
This doc is actually the new reference number, which was made in mid 2020s, or I would say 2015, something like that. But it has a Stella dial, and what they did to this watch was not just a Stella dial, but old style indices, diamond indices, and matching hands on them. Now, this is a new reference number, dog. This is a 6-digit reference number with a Stella dial.
I just wonder if that's a real Stella.
This is a real Stella.
So it's made by Stella.
It is made by Stella. Yes.
See, I don't know why my understanding is that Stella, like Singer, were no longer in business
Yeah,
by the
this is actually
70s.
true. They were no longer in business, but due to special order, they had to again um, request Stella to supply the paint, because Stella is basically, they supply paint. Actually, they do the
And
paint job.
can I tell you something? I know a guy, a watch dealer, who actually had this pink dial in a day date.
It's actually very beautiful.
It was in an 1803. Can I tell you the story? Do you want to hear the story?
And this is
Sure.
also 1803 pipe and dial.
So he had this watch, and I'm not friends with him anymore. He's a bit of a dickhead, but we used to be friends. And he sold this watch at one of the big auction houses, 36 mil, 1803 day. He was always a stingy fuck. He never serviced things properly. He always just put them out to auction. And anyhow, what happened was it sold at an auction, and then I think it sold to a Middle Eastern lady, okay, the pink one, okay? And you know, it got a little bit of condensation. She wore it, and then it got a little bit of condensation, so she took it to Rolex in London. Right? And they said, "Oh, it needs to get serviced." And they came back with a quote and said the dial is fake. The dial is fake. They said, this is not Rolex, this is fake. And then she went back to the auction house and wanted her money back because she paid, with these Stella dials, she paid like 3 or 4 times the price of the watch just to get the Stella dial. Does that make sense?
Sure. That's what you have to do.
And he then said, hang on a minute, it is definitely real. And he got them to send it to Rolex Geneva. And then Rolex in Switzerland, they said, yes, it is real. But what had happened was when she took it in to Rolex London, they'd never seen this dial before. It's like if you take in a BMW 2002 to a BMW dealer, there's a chance the staff working there, they never seen this before.
That's
They
right,
never
because
seen-
they're not vintage authority.
I got to grab the super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Saad, like at the Ambani next door living. Saad, like at the Ambani next door, inviting Justin Bieber to the Shadi. Will you invite ArchieLuxury to your Shoot Khan and parade him like a hot high?
Yes, I will.
SR Bell, $2. I want a large cherry Slurpee delivered ASAP.
SR Bill, open your mouth. You will get it.
Spinnaker, $5. Great to see General Saad on prime time. True gentleman.
Here, I agree with that.
And Patel Philippe, $5. Archie, what is Curlock? And when you think of Curlock, what does it mean to you? Curlock, Curly, and OC. A perfect match. What does it mean to me? Probably, I don't know. Are they doing something on the dungeon? I hope so. I hope it's on the dungeon. Thank you. We've caught up. Anyhow, what I'm trying to tell you is sometimes the Rolex staff, they'd never even seen this shit before. Sad.
And it's not just that, Archie. Even on the modern pieces, they sometimes over polish the case so much that it makes the watch totally uh, garbage.
Yeah, that happens. You have to be careful when you go to the AD because some of them haven't seen the off catalog pieces and they don't know they exist.
And there's no official, Rolex doesn't have an official book to tell people they did this or did that, do they?
Especially in the 60s and 70s.
Well, you've got staff now who are dealing with this stuff. They've never seen this before. You know what I mean, Saad?
Absolutely.
They weren't even born when this stuff was coming out.
Actually, the problem is there are too many one-off pieces. On Daytonas, like there is a Daytona with a platinum case, Zenith movement, and lapis lazuli dial. Now, that's only one in the world.
So this is a second generation Zenith movement.
Yeah, this is actually 1999 model. So the
Yeah.
final. They normally didn't do platinum case dock on the Zenith. Didn't do it.
Yeah.
We got a super chat. SR Bell 67, $2. AC, this $2 is to help fix your illiteracy. Thank you. And we got Frank V, $2. Saad, are you Archie's Munshi?
Yes.
And we got Patel Philippe, $5. AC3, what would Paddy say to you at the Brisbane arcade if he found out you bought a fake LV box, being the author of Collecting Louis Vuitton? Paddy. Well, I've sent it back. And they're processing my refund as we speak. So it should be all fine. Okay.
Archie, search for this watch. Rolex Daytona Platinum Lapis.
Ah,
Okie dokie. Here we go. Rolex Daytona Platinum.
Lapis.
Here we go.
Doc, have you seen this watch before?
Fuck,
Never.
I've actually.
never.
That's incredible, Sard. What's it worth? What do you think that's worth?
$10 billion. This is the one of one. And Doc, do you remember the chairman, Daytona chairman? What is that about?
That's
Daytona-
actually. I really like this lapis lazuli platinum. You fucking hell! And could you
That's
imagine
too bad.
getting
That's
strapped?
too bad because you can't.
How
have
hard
it.
would it be to get that strap, Sard?
You have to cut your hands, legs, sell your liver, tongue, kidney, everything. Then you might get one side strap, not both.
We've got another super chat. Let's have a look here, Sard. We've got another super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. AC3, what would Paddy say to you? Okay, now he says to me, Patel Philippe, $2. Don't tell me you forgot Paddy, who banned you from the Rolex forum. Yes, that's right. I was banned by Paddy. I don't understand. He's got a massive ego, that guy. That guy's got a massive ego. Massive ego, Sard. Massive ego. And we
Who
got
is
Sam
Paddy?
Davidson, £5. Sard, what is the rarest day date you've had the privilege of handling?
Sam, actually, I've had the privilege to see a lot of day dates. I don't actually remember what might be. Even I've seen Stella dials without the watches, and the buyer was looking for, the seller was looking for a buyer desperately. So all kind of combinations actually, because this is the only model that I was always interested in. I would go to the AD straight away to the day date section. I never even knew that these submariners are important pieces, Doc.
Or the Daytonas, even. Huh?
Daytona, yes. Daytona, we all knew. Actually, people knew that the 4 digits were made Daytonas really expensive. So that I knew. And I also knew that steel watch is very difficult to get the Daytona. But I was more interested in rose gold Daytona, yellow gold Daytonas. Why go for the steel when
Like
you
the
can?
one at the bottom right, which is the Paul Newman exotic dial.
You have this one, right?
No. I don't have any Paul Newmans. I don't have any exotic dials. I wish I did. Those are, you're looking at 200, 300, 400,000.
Sorry, so what's the rarest day date you've handled, Sard?
Actually, too many. I don't remember which one. Weird combination, Archie.
You could
Would
modify
you
the
buy
question, although it might be something that can't be
Because you
answered
don't
on
have
air.
any exotics at the moment, do you, Sard?
No, exactly, but only one. I would say it's slightly rare is the green dial.
Well, see, that's what I was going to ask. What's the rarest that you own?
The green dial, which one's that?
It is the 118238 green. That was, they made it for just 2-3 years.
Can you send me the pic?
I'll send you the picture.
I'll bring it up. This is the actual Sard watch. Is that correct?
Yes.
This is actually in the general
Would you
Sard
buy it
collection.
new or pre-owned?
Actually, with this watch, it came with a champagne diamond dial. Then I sent it to Rolex to fit a green dial, and they did it for me. So the watch was new. I bought it new, but I had to swap the dial.
So champagne diamond or no diamonds?
Champagne diamond baguettes, yes.
And
Does
then
that
they
mean
gave you the green dial with diamonds.
No, it is without diamonds.
Fuck,
And
you
that
lost the diamonds?
No, they
That
give me the old dial back.
They usually don't
Oh.
allow you to keep the old dial.
But I asked him that you will give me the old dial, and they said yes. Even the hands, we will return it to you. They did that.
Please send me the image. Send me the image.
I don't think they do that any longer. A friend of mine swapped out the dial, and Rolex
Yeah,
would
they
not
don't
give
do
him.
it any longer. That's correct. They don't.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got Patel Philippe, $2, and he says, "Fica lapis, show us bloodstone, royal oak."
Do you have any royal oak, General?
No, he's purely royal oak,
Purely Rolex. Yeah.
bloodstone.
I don't believe the General's into the royal oak at all, from what I remember.
No, he's not. The general's not in that. Oh, look at this here. Turquoise style.
What was the first one that you had clicked on? Ooh, I like that.
That's the Jasper dial.
It's amazing how you can add a distinct brand new appearance with just a variation in the color of the dial.
Oh, Saad's just sent me the.
Wow. Those are from the General Saad collection.
Yeah.
Wow.
Doc, what
Let
are
me just
your
pull it
top
up.
3 Daytonas? Top 3.
The top 3. It's a matter of opinion, but for me, I'd say
top 3 you own or top 3, Saad? Which one did you want to know? Top 3
you
he
mean top
owns
3
or top
ever?
3?
Top 3 ever.
Oh, okay. I would say that one of those would be an exotic dial. Paul Newman, probably a Panda rather than reverse Panda. One of those would be gold version, same exotic type dial. One of those would be, they actually made a Daytona with a blue bezel rather than a black for Pan Am. And those would be the 3 that I would go for.
And what are the
Saad.
top 3 in your? Yes, Archie.
Saad, this is your 118238. Is that correct?
Both of them are 118238.
118. So this is
Yes.
6 digits.
Yes.
And these are currently in the General Saad
you
collection.
bought the one with the green dial. You bought that originally with a baguette diamond dial.
Actually, here you see the watch which has diamond baguette dial, the champagne one.
Mm-hmm.
I actually gave this watch to Rolex to put green dial on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I received the watch back with green dial and also the standard baguette dial. So I reinstalled the original baguette and swapped the green dial to this other watch.
So now so now one of them is back to original, and then the other one has the green dial.
Yeah.
Perfect.
How much is it worth, the green dial? Is it worth, how much more is it worth, you think?
I think you have to check Chrono 24, but some people ask significantly than the champagne dial, even though it doesn't have diamonds on it. But maybe $6,000-7,000 more, something like that.
And
I think it's
you
probably
bought this
more than
watch
that,
new,
Saad.
or you bought it secondhand to start with?
No, new. new watches.
You bought it new. You get
Look at the
discount?
condition.
No discount?
Yes. Discounts.
I think
At that
great.
time, it was, yeah, they gave us discount.
It's greater than that, Saad, because you don't see them for sale. Supply, demand, and you never see these for sale.
And these were the easiest to get watches, Doc, back then. Easiest. They actually used to thank you once you purchased this from them.
Did they give you any swag?
They gave me gifts. One was a platinum pen, I believe, from them. Things like
Nice.
that. Yeah.
We got super chats coming in fast. SR Bell, $2. Sard, are your people or allergic to deodorant? That's a silly.
Okay,
question.
this is actually getting to a point where we're going to have
Happy
to hear
Meal
from.
member for 4 months. Say hello to Perry TV. We love our Perry, fat boy. Hey Perry. We got Patel Philippe, $5. If AC3, if Perry did a charitable donation to Curlock in your name, but not on your channel, would you appreciate a newly formed Curlock initiative? I don't give a fuck. Mobster, $2. Saad, I want a hot Indian girlfriend. What should I do? Well, Saad's
Call
in
911.
Pakistan. We got Little Dave, $2. Does Saad like the Eisen Kaizen day date? Good question. You love it, don't you?
I think that is the best dial they have on the rose gold.
And it's a 40 as well, isn't it?
Both 40 and 36.
You think that's the best dial?
In my view, it is, I think, yes, on a rose gold. Second dial, they came with something called Oscar dial, which is a grayish vignette dial. That is my second choice. Again, rare to find.
We got a super chat here. JDMTL, $7. Archie, could you donate to Tim Wright's channel 5,000? Thank you. No, I don't want to donate to anybody's channel. Malik Diamond, $5. Do you think a 116520 is still a good buy? That's the pre-ceramic steel Daytona.
I think this is the sweet spot of Rolex Daytona, modern Daytona, because you're getting Rolex in-house movement, and also the bezel is that looks like the Zenith one. So you're actually getting the best. And the
In other words,
prices are actually really good these days on the
so
116520s.
so this is a steel bezel.
This is the steel bezel, pre-ceramic. Yes.
Yeah.
It's incredible, Saad. These are incredible things, you know.
Get the one with white dial, Malik Hira.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't?
We got we got super chats coming in very fast and furious. We got Sam Davidson, £5. AC3, do you think Patek will ever make a green dial 5970? Well, 5970 is an obsolete model. That's a perpetual calendar chronograph. They've already replaced that model. Patek has already replaced. The 5970 is not made anymore. So Patek would never go backwards like that. Why would they go backwards when they have a replacement?
And they don't do reissues, but they could do a special order, as General Saad is.
They do a
bringing
thing
to our
called
attention.
a 5270, and so he says, "Do Patek?" He says, "Do you think Patek would ever make a green dial 5970?" Well, they do, in the sense that I'm just going to bring this up for you now to see. They do, because they got the replacement is a 5270. And here you go. This is a green dial version. So They're not going to bring out an older version, but they've got a current one, which is a 5270. This is a platinum one with green dial. There you go. They do it already. P Clan, $5. Arch, rate in order and explain who would annoy the fike out of you the most as your wingman on the road trip. T Dubs, Marcelo, or Watch Reporter?
Tough choices.
I think Watch Reporter would piss me off the most.
Really?
Because the problem with Watch Reporter is he's just so up himself. He justifies everything. Everything he got is valuable and special. Everything else anybody else has is garbage. He's just so egotistical, so up himself. I couldn't stand to be there. The next person I would say would be T-Dubs would give me the shits. Marcelo's, I can manage Marcelo quite easily. Patel Philippe, $5. AC3, please read this out for Pawan. Paji Munji Das Parathay Shari Teen. Just 1 minute.
Should I read it, Archie? पाजी मुझे 10 पराठे चाहिए और 3 लस्सी के साथ जिसकी बीवी मोटी उसका भी बड़ा नाम है.
That wasn't that hard.
There we go. Look at that.
Well
And we've
said,
got
sir.
another super chat. Giorgio the chef, $2. I think the 18238 looks better with the brushed case.
With the brush
No,
case, I think you're talking about 18248. 248 is
No, I think he's talking about the, on the case, it's polished on the lugs.
that never came with the 18238. That is
They
old
were
reference.
They were matte. They were matte. They were brushed.
Okay, I understand what he's saying. Okay, got it.
No,
No
I
polish.
tend to think I like the double one better. I like the polish. I like the polished on the. I prefer the double 1.8 has the better clasp. But some of the early double 1.8s had the older clasp still, didn't they?
Transitional watches, never go for these transitional watches. Even on the 116520 that Malik Diamond was talking about, it came the early series, the 2000 came with some things from the Zenith, like the hands were from the Zenith. So it's a confusion. I would always prefer buying the late serial number so you
Just
don't get
cover-
scammed.
1 minute. I just got a delivery. 1 minute.
Now the 118238, which started from 2000s, came with both type of clasps. One was the 5-digit reference number clasp, dial, and hands. And then in 2003, it came with a revised clasp. So guys, one thing I believe in is don't ever go for transitional watches. You never know much about those pieces actually. And the dealer can scam you easily by telling you this is a transitional watch. What do you mean by transitional? Just give me the proper watch.
I would agree. You have to be very careful and do your homework when you're being told you have a transitional piece. Sometimes you just have a piece that's had pieces swapped off.
And Doc BBW, the thing with vintage pieces, I actually get really scared. Even somebody, if offers me, I say no, because I have no information on the 4-digit watches. So they can easily manipulate me, Doc.
I will.
We
I
got
will
another
admit,
super chat. Let me catch up. We got Frank V, $5. Saad, thanks for your profound knowledge. Do you watch Amsterdam Vintage Watches channel? Not to promote. Sorry, I like that. I watch that myself. He's a little bit up himself. One thing I will say is, I don't mind the guy. He's got some interesting stuff, but he's a little bit. They have good
information. They have good watches, good information on vintage pieces.
Saad, do you ever think Breguet Breguets would be collectible, or Jaeger LeCoultres would be collectible, or it's only Rolex, Saad?
Even some pieces in Rolex are not collectibles. So it depends on what
Many
model you're
pieces
talking.
in Rolex are not really
Yes, many
collectible.
pieces actually. Many
Most
pieces.
pieces, I would say, are not
Yes.
collectible. Tell me this, Saad. Do you think any is datejust worth having, or are they not collectible?
It
Some date
depends.
just are highly collectible. Like if you can get a 4-digit date just with the stone dial, that's ultra rare to get. Even some people call it a prototype date just. It's that rare to get. Also, if you remember, they did the 116238. 116238 was a
They used
solid
to do
gold
the
jubilee
datejust in the
bracelet.
solid gold. That's right. We've got to catch up. SR Bell, $5. Saad, stop spamming calling me about technical support for my computer. And we got Rancher, $2. Neil, before
Oh, nice.
Saad. Thank you, Saad. Saad, I got to ask you something. Your
Yes.
love for these exotics is purely Rolex based. Do you have love for non-Rolex? Like I
Actually,
want
I
to
like
ask
the. I like.
investment potential. What do you see investment? Let me ask you this, Saad. Saad, I like to go for chunky monkeys. You know chunky monkeys?
He's about to show
Sometimes.
you a.
Saad, would this ever be collectible? Tell me this.
Never.
I was.
It's chunky. It's gold, Saad. Look at that.
Just melt
Solid.
it, Archie, and make ring out of it.
What's that?
Just melt it.
Look at that gold. Look at that gold, Saad. Look, gold. Solid gold, Saad.
He's saying reclaim the gold and make something else out of it. And if
Why
you
do you
pull
say
up your
that,
JLC chronograph, he'll say that twice.
Saad, how could you be so dismissive? Let me ask you.
I mean, you
something.
really think that the gold is the most important thing on
Okay, how
this
about
watch?
this? This here, open heart Zenith. Look at that.
Oh, you're hurting his
That's going to
eyes
be
now.
collectible in the future, don't you think?
Never. This looks like a $500 watch.
Oh, gee.
Okay. Saad, let me ask you this. Surely that's got some future or not?
That has future because it has Patek Philippe written on it. If
Right.
it was Frederic Constant or Mont Blanc, then no future. This has a
I
strong
thought you
brand.
liked Mont Blanc.
And it's a world time, and let's just give him credit for that. That it's a world time. Those are, those are
It's a strong brand,
specialized
BBW.
pieces.
It's a very strong brand, Patek Philippe.
Patek Philippe is strong, and then the fact that it's a world time makes it even stronger.
Tell me this, Saad.
It's not an everyday Patek.
Show us Rolex, Archie. Rolex are real watches.
The watchmaker's watchmaker. Like
He's
that.
gonna
Would
show
this
you a
ever become
JLC.
collectible, Saad?
Why did you buy this, Archie?
He
Why?
was trying to get an Invicta, but he couldn't get his hands on one, so he got this.
How
What
much
do you
money
think,
have you
Saad?
lost on these watches?
You
Oh,
only lose when you sell, Saad.
But you one day will sell. I know that.
oh boy. Hopefully not more than a few thousand.
I paid a lot of money, Saad.
The only good watch in your collection is the 116613.
But it's not collectible really either. You know that? It's not really collectible,
No, but
Saad.
it's an extremely beautiful piece.
I think that's a little harsh. I think his world time is valuable.
It is
Right.
valuable, but to my liking, I think this is the most attractive watch in his collection. Very beautiful.
I would agree with that. And it's, I think the colors are right.
The gold
More than
text
just
on
it
the
being a
on the
Rolex.
dial is excellent.
I'll
They
agree
came with
with you.
the white text on the newer one, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I think the gold text is slightly nicer.
Sure. I mean, if you wanted white text, you could just get it in steel. You could avoid the bluesy. Get yourself some white text.
We got another $2 from Rancher. Hello, Cowboy loves Sard. There we go. And we got Patel Philippe. $5. AC3. Pull up the Kabaloo Palane and let me know what you think. This is Sard's favorite dish when he attends Coots. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's have a look.
Kabuli pulao is rice with chunks of meat on it.
Okay.
Do they have a vegetarian
Okay,
version?
let's have a look. Oh, that
Yes.
looks
Yeah.
nice. What's wrong with that?
No, nothing is wrong with this. Only heart attack.
Heart attack? Why you have a heart attack?
No, you can get a heart attack with this. It's
It
cholesterol
sounds-
machine.
Sounds fatty.
We got
Very
another
fatty.
chat. CB, $5. Change the Wounded Dial Fund.
He does not like your Zenith, I'm telling you.
If you own that JLC, would you start wearing it and enjoying it? I've lost a lot of money. Would you just enjoy it? What would you do?
Oh. Who are you asking?
Sard.
General?
I never enjoy things that I know that have lost value.
Yeah, it does make it a little bit challenging.
Yeah, it reminds me that you had a bad decision made.
Every time you look at the time.
Every time you think about it, even in your sleep, you will say, I've lost this much amount of money. Every single day.
Every time you look to see what time it is, you're reminded you made a mistake.
You had a bad time.
That's not good.
Why didn't
Maybe-
you go for a nice Daytona, sell these, go for a steel Daytona, one beautiful day date? That is it. Archie, why do you not like datejusts? What's the problem with datejusts? Too ordinary?
I like value. I like some exotica. Exotica. You like exotic?
Little bit.
He also likes grabbing it what he thinks is a deal. You don't get too many
Yes.
deals on those.
What's wrong with datejust, Archie? You, in your channel, you have never discussed datejusts. Why? What's the problem?
Mm.
Is there a traumatic story involving a datejust that we
Yeah.
don't know about?
Does it remind you of something?
I love Datejust. I love Datejust.
Early
Dog,
in your
do you like
career,
datejust?
in your early career, I thought you had a datejust.
I love Omega. That's what I do love is Omega. Do you love Omega, Sard?
He doesn't not yet.
Poor man's Rolex.
The
I'm wearing
Speedmaster
my-
is special. Don't you think the Speedy is special?
I'm wearing my Speedmaster right now. Love it.
Then it's a good watch. If Doc is wearing it, it's an excellent watch.
I posted it. It's the one with the mods on it.
I got to
know-
tell you, Sard, I really do love. You know, watches to me, Sard. It's not always about investment potential. You realize now. What's the go, Sard? You don't like the Rancher, do you?
Yeah, I don't like him, Archie. He gives me stress. I don't like him.
Well, wait a minute.
Just
He
don't
gives
talk
everyone
about him, Archie.
stress. That's just normal.
Yeah.
But that's not.
You
the
know,
same as you don't like
he's
him, is it?
haunting me everywhere.
Oh, he does.
I have
He wants to
I've
jump
stopped
on, but I'm not
Facebook
going to
because
let him
of
on
him.
because you're a premium lead, Sard. Do you understand?
No,
When
I
did he
can
start-
go, Archie. It's already I
No,
have to
why
leave,
would
but
I want you to go? We're having
When-
a great momentum.
but
My
this
God.
guy haunts me everywhere.
When did he start haunting you? Now I'm intrigued.
I'm everywhere. He's looking for me everywhere on every channel on Facebook. I've stopped using Facebook because of him.
I got to tell you, Sard,
How did
I want to
this
ask
start?
you something. Do you
I wanna
see the
know.
enjoyment watches? Like you've said some very offensive things to some of my watches.
Actually,
Are
I'm
they
a
offensive, or are they
I-
just honest?
yeah, I'm a one brand guy, Archie. Rolex.
Mm.
But are they offensive or are they just
See,
honest?
Saad, the money I paid for this, right? You can't get
Oh.
anything in Rolex of
How much is this for?
Oh, it's going to
I
be a
paid
lot.
11,000 US.
11,000 US. Okay. You
That's
will
a
not get
datejust.
any gold piece. Yeah. That datejust you will get at this price will be a two-tone maybe, but that's a very ordinary piece. 11,000 you will not get a good Rolex. So in that aspect, it is a good piece. It's actually unique also.
The problem is, Saad, I got to be honest with you, right? I really do love them, Saad. I love the watches. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love them.
Do you love
And
them for who they are, or do you love them for the prices?
holy shit! Look at this photo. I got a photo coming in. Patel Philippe, $5. AC3, show Saad the picture I sent to your WhatsApp and ask him, can it Adida? No, Saad, this is actually a pretty fucking amazing photo. Have a look at this photo here. I'm bringing it up now. Is that a Supra? Is that a Supra?
The one
The white
in
one
white
is a
is Supra,
Supra.
and this is a BMW, the other one.
And that's an M3. Look, M4. M3 or M4. Look at that. Fuck.
I will pick the BMW anyway.
Yeah.
Who cares about Toyotas? It's too ordinary. It's a
Well,
nothing
But
brand, Toyota.
The Supra is
Toyota,
partly
the Supra
BMW.
has a B. It is a BMW, Saad.
No, it is. I know, but if it were Mark IV Supra 2JZ GTE, yes, okay. But again,
yeah.
I am not into fast cars no more. It look childish. I'm more into glamour cars. So this BMW, nice air-conditioned seats, leather electric massaging seats, very quiet and comfortable. But whenever you want to have some sound, the engine can make nice sound. Also, the sound system on these cars are excellent, double glazed, not double glazed, but the even the glasses are few millimeters thicker than this garbage Toyota. So I will prefer the BMW.
There's really no comparison. I mean, the
No
Supra's
comparison at all. Yes.
isn't the Supra much cheaper than an M3?
Saad, why do you think Omega is poor man Rolex? Arch, pull up the pic.
And those are Ray's rims. Ray's. If you remember the company Ray's, they used to make rims for the sport compacts. Can are these
Actually,
Ray's?
Saad,
The
look at
rims
I got
on
a
the
beautiful photo to
the
show
On
you.
the Supra.
rims. Yeah, the BMW rims are far superior to the Supra
Oh,
rims.
everything about even a dead BMW is better than a 5,000 horsepower Supra. You have a BMW parked
Have a look at this.
in your
Saad.
Porsche, it makes the whole house look beautiful.
Yeah, the
Look at
modern
this, Saad.
Supra, it's just another car sitting there.
Saad CB, $10. Saad, why do you think Omega is poor man's Rolex? This is this photo Saad sent me. Look, CB sent me.
Look, CB,
That is a
the special
platinum.
pieces you have. I mean, Archie showed me the steel piece. We were talking about that. These are very special pieces. And the one who is wearing these watches is even more special. So, CB, you make Omega brand look nice. And he will be one of very few people in the world to spend so much money on a gold Omega. It's a very expensive piece.
That Omega is very special, you know.
Yes.
I think that's possibly one of the nicest.
I just sent a picture of my first Omega in space, Archie, into the WhatsApp.
This is the one you had stolen, or which one is this? Sorry. Oh, first Omega in space. You know, I really love that model. That's a great model.
Me too, but I loved it even more with a few modifications, and that's why I wanted you to bring it up for the general.
I love the way you customize your stuff, Doc. It's so fucking.
Well,
Where did you send it to me? I can't see it. Where is it? Where
it's
is
in
it?
WhatsApp. It's in the WhatsApp.
I'm in WhatsApp. I got nothing. Nothing's come up. Sorry, Doc.
Really? Let me look.
When did you send it?
Just now.
Okay, nothing's come yet.
Wow.
That might be your internet's a bit shitty.
Maybe so. I'll work on it.
We've got another super chat here for Saad. Patel Philippe, $5. AC3, would you seriously consider getting an Audemars Piguet? Yes, another Piguet. Piguet! You know what I do like? I like some of the... I actually like some of the... I like some of the offshores. Okay, I think some of them are really amazing. You know, some of them are really amazing bang per buck now, Saad.
I think these Royal Oaks were, I would say Royal Oak has something similar with the day date, and that is the old pieces, they had these beautiful dials.
Yes, they
Special
did.
dials.
They had some really beautiful dials. But you know, with Royal Oaks, Saad,
Yes.
I kind of, it's kind of sad. You look at Royal Oak, and they were kind of like Richard Mille today. You know, they were super exclusive in the day.
Okay.
And it's a bit of a shame. It's kind of changed. You know, everything changes. You know, I don't know what to say, Saad. I love Breguet. Why won't gold Breguets come back into fashion? Why won't that be so cool, Saad? Why? Tell me why. That is cool. That was always cool, gold Breguet.
I would have bought a nice date just for this price, but then I have an ordinary taste, so I'm not
You know,
in your
actually,
league,
I
Archie.
wanted to buy an Explorer 1, and I ended up buying the Breguet.
10 was talking about the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak with bloodstone dial. You remember 10?
Amazing piece. How many do you want to have, Saad? Can I ask you that?
You mean watches?
Yeah.
The more it is, the better it is. The more, the better.
Okay. Tell me this. What's enough? What is enough? How many is enough? How many do you see yourself and say, you know, that's enough watches? What's enough for you? It's like when you go to a buffet. When are you full?
When I'm about to vomit.
Can that really be good feeling, Saad? Is that a good feeling?
But that's the only way to quit it, Archie. Once you're about to.
The problem is it feels really good right up to the point where now you're about to vomit.
It's a tricky thing, Saad. You know this? It's very tricky because when you want to vomit, that's not a nice period of time, Saad.
Yeah, but that's the signal that your body gives you to stop.
It's the joy leading to the moment of vomit. That's the irony.
Pre-vomiting.
Yes.
Yes.
It's the thing that leads you to get that
coming
stuff.
in Piguets. I got to tell you, I would buy a Piguet. I look for value. That's what I want, is value in my purchases. Value. I'm very much value shoppers.
What do you define value? Especially give us example. The ones you have. Which watch is the most good value for money watch?
Look, I want to say this to you, okay? For me, I want to say this to you. The thing is this, I gotta tell you this, okay? I gotta tell you something. Value is an interesting thing. Just cover me for 1 minute. Just cover me for 1 minute.
1 minute.
1 minute. Just cover me for 1 minute. I got to tell you, value is a very interesting thing. Let me say this to you. For me, you got to realize something, Saad. It doesn't matter about what's the most biggest investment. You got to enjoy this stuff. You understand? You got to enjoy it for yourself. It's not about resale. I mean, let's be honest. Most of this shit, a lot of these watches are very hard to sell in a tough market. Even Rolex is tough to sell. They never give
Yes,
you what something is really worth, right?
true. Actually, some gray market dealers have stopped buying. Actually,
Yes.
Really?
yes,
And I mean, the thing is this. Look, they will always buy if it's a bargain. But the thing is, let me say this to you, Saad. You have to buy things that make you happy. I mean, at the end of the day, are these investments or are they things that, I think a lot of the watches I bought cheap, I bought reasonably well. I think the best bang per buck is probably that gold Breguet.
I
I
think it's a
low,
Submariner.
paid low. That's a great watch to have. You know what I mean? How many do you need? I'm actually thinking some people go the wrong way. They try to buy too much stuff, right?
Yes,
But the other side of the coin is you can say to yourself, you know what? What's enough? The box itself, you got to fill it, but that's enough. That also says, well, that's enough. That's all I need. For me, 8 or 9 is the number. 10 watches. 10. There you go. 10.
will 10 watches make you happy forever?
Yeah, that's about it. I don't think the watches ever make you happy, but having them, you can have different. I've really gotten into chronographs. I love the chronographs.
Speaking of chronograph, I couldn't figure out how to send this picture to WhatsApp. I don't know what's happening with my WhatsApp, so I just put it up
God,
as
you got to
my
get a more modern
avatar.
phone, Doc. The world is not out to jack you. Okay.
I have an SE. That's modern.
Are you in that? Does it even work? The world is
Anyway,
not trying
Saad,
to jack you, Doc.
could you see
Doc,
my avatar, Saad, General?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, this is a
Okay.
oh, there we go. Look at that.
So it's got a few modifications to it. Right off the bat, you're going to notice that the crystal,
Bezel.
well, the bezel's actually, I didn't swap it out, so it's not a dot over 90. It's the first Amigan space bezel they didn't swap out for a dot over 90, which a lot of people complain about. But the main problem that I had is that it was a sapphire crystal, and it's supposed to.
We've got Toyota Mo
we got
joining us.
Toyota.
Let me catch up on these super chats quickly. Patel Philippe, $5. AC3, if Mookie could create an AI hologram version of AC3 to run the show for a monthly fee of $17.95 Aussie, would you consider joining the machines? Good question. That's amazing.
It's a yes or no question. I mean, it's a small fee, so would you do it?
Sure, of course I would.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, I would be
What's
surprised
to
if you said
say I
no.
haven't already done that?
I mean, you're kind of cheap, so I don't think you've already paid up. I mean, well, I'm sorry. You would actually like let us know that you're paying for something like a program. You would let us know. So
M3 6-speed, $5. Great show. Thanks, Paul. Patel Philippe, $10. AC3, did you know that Strider announced to all passengers on his train to subscribe to the AC3 live stream? He was reprimanded by his passenger for your low Amazon star review. And we got another super chat from CB, $10. Another example where Amiga is better than Rolex. Pull up the pic. And guess what he's gone for is divers. You know, divers. Look at these brutal divers.
Oh,
Those
is he
are,
saying these are better than Rolex?
yes,
I don't
that's
know.
what he's saying.
CB, you know this. I love you. You know this, right?
I
But
think he's trolling us at this point.
no. He's a huge fan of the ProPlof. The ProPlof. That
Oh,
brick.
okay.
I think he loves that thing. That middle one, it's actually a really nice watch, but it's a thick bitch. It's a
It's
thick old bitch.
bit.
Well, so is the Cameron, though.
It's not as thick as that other one, I'll tell you that. But it is a
Really?
really nice watch, yeah. That other one's got some girth.
Wow. I would take the Rolex of those three.
I'll take the Rolex out of that 3 for sure. It's not even a question.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
got to tell you something. That
it would be a
ProProf
question, but
amazing.
it would take me a
That is
fraction of a
amazing.
second.
I mean, that is
Well-
that's just basically a piece of steel with a movement in it. It's so clever how it's
And ProPlof is probably one of the most hideous watches I've ever seen.
As long as I got that dial on the Rolex there for the deep sea, I'd get that. And it would take me about a fraction of a second to decide. General, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Which of these would you take, of these three watches?
I think the Rolex, of course,
You know,
even though
what
it's
am I
too big.
thinking? Why am I thinking even that's a question for you? It is big, but they're all three big. So
Yes,
out of those three, you're
of
stuck
all,
with big.
yeah, I'm stuck with big and I'm stuck with steel, but I'll still go for the Rolex.
Absolutely. I love that dial. I wish that dial was on a sub, you know?
The
Imagine a
Rolex,
Submariner with that dial.
if you notice the proportions, the bezel versus dial proportion on Rolex, it's much superior than those other watches. On the other watches, the bezel is too wide when you compare it to the dial. So it makes the watch look a little bit weird.
I agree. The tendency is to have a thicker bezel than necessary. I guess because you want to be able to grab it while you're diving. I don't know. But I prefer a thinner bezel. So maybe that's why I like the Daytonas and I like the Speedmaster.
I got to tell you something. One thing about Amiga is you've got to realize. Can I tell you something, Doc?
Yes, sir.
If Rolex didn't have Amiga, they would have gotten very fucking lazy.
Probably actually.
Oh my God, Toyota Mo! Look at Toyota Mo's flexing. A Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Snooky.
Sorry,
Snoopy.
I'm
Yeah.
driving.
Okay, sorry.
You still have the OP41 turquoise.
Yeah, I do actually. You know what, son? I haven't been wearing that watch lately. I don't know why. It's just been sitting in the box. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I was waiting for like warmer weather to start wearing
When
it.
he says
And-
box, you mean LV box, don't you?
Yes, the LV box.
Let me ask you something, Toyota. What is the number of watches you own? Luxury, not garbage. Not garbage. I mean, what
So,
number of watches?
Eight premium watches, 8 premium ones, and then I also have a for the 9th one for the one on the wrist. I have a Seamaster, the Great White. So I have
Well,
a
that's
Great White.
worthy. That's
Is
worthy.
that worthy? That's worthy of the box, right? The LV box is worthy. right?
Oh, of course it is.
Okay, yeah, I have that. So that's nine of them.
So tell me this, with your watches themselves there, right? Do
Hmm.
you like, in some ways, if you've got a box like Kesslowitz, it's forcing him to buy more filler?
So Kessel's actually kind of. I mean, he because he put the straps to compensate for it in the way of the cushion. I think he should
Yes.
just reduce. Maybe instead of just get a watch roll instead, so it doesn't look really. I don't like the way it looks. To be honest with you, it doesn't really look right having a strap as for in place of a watch in a cushion. On a cushion. He's just get
How
a
about
watch
putting
roll.
your wife's watches in? Is that worse or better?
No, I don't. I don't think that's worse. That's okay, as long as they're But then then she has to be in your
I
collection.
put my son's watches in. Remember that? I did my
Yeah.
son.
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want people in my shit. I don't want people. I don't want people messing around with my box. That's my box. It's like if you put her stuff in your box, that means she's gonna go in there and maybe you're trying to hide something from her and you put it in the box and next thing you know she finds it. I don't know.
No one accesses my box. I mean, that's my box.
Exactly. But then if Kessel puts her watches in there, then she can easily access it, right? Like I'm not putting
Super chat.
Becky.
CB says $5. Omega divers are more comfortable, much higher technology. I got to tell you something.
Hey,
Okay, I want to say
you're the pontiff. You gotta back Rolex up on this one. You've been telling me to buy Rolex for years, so let's hear it.
I got to be totally honest with you. I think Omega itself, if I started again my collection, I actually probably would stay away from Rolex.
No, you wouldn't. You'd get at least
No,
two
because I tell
Rolex.
you what, you know what I would love
No,
to
you
do?
wouldn't.
I
I
would love
remember
to
when.
have a full Breguet collection, just
No, you
Breguet.
would not.
Oh
No, you would
God.
I
not.
would love to
Bullshit.
have a Jaeger LeCoultre collection, just Jaeger
Oh
LeCoultres.
God.
I would love to have just a
I
Breitling
remember.
collection.
I
Well,
remember how
no.
miserable you were when you didn't have a Rolex in your collection. You couldn't get out of your mind like, I need a Rolex. I need a Rolex.
And
I need to have
I
one.
couldn't even get a fucking Milgauss black dial from the AD.
I don't think you could live with yourself with a full Breitling collection unless it just meant your collection was 2 watches.
Breitling? That's a little harsh. Yeah, I wouldn't do Breitling.
I
I
mean, I like
mean,
Breitling, but I couldn't have Breitling as my only brand in my collection.
I could probably do maybe. I mean, if I had the money for it, I could maybe do a Vacheron collection because VC's got some really cool watches. But
I
I don't
tried that. You
know. I
guys
don't know.
hosed me all down.
I don't.
Remember that? I tried that. I tried to get that retrograde date.
What, the Vacheron?
Yeah.
That thing was horrible. It was fucking hideous. See, you were looking for value, and I don't know. Maybe you have like a soft spot for those ugly ass watches that nobody wants.
Are you talking about his JLC again?
It could be.
I actually want to sell that JLC for 20,000 Australian, okay? 19,900. Okay?
For how much?
Okay.
I don't know if that's a
19,900.
realistic price is the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, people want a lot of things, but I don't know. That's a long
It is.
wait.
It's Australian, not US. Australian, okay?
I've seen the watch though. That's a long wait.
It's a solid gold chunky monkey.
That's why General Saad said, take the watch, melt it down for its gold, and sell it. Sell the gold.
It's
I
not
gotta
bad
be honest with you.
advice.
Toyota Mo, can I say this to you, Toyota Mo?
course.
CB's right. Omega has some very fucking beautiful pieces. In fact,
They do.
I would love to have the problem with Omega is they put their prices up stupidly, and they didn't really have any two-tone competitor. Like, I think The only decent, the most famous Omega two-tone is a Constellation two-tone, but they haven't done sports in two-tone. They never pulled it off like Rolex pulled off the two-tone bluesy. That's an iconic watch. Let me tell you one thing, Toyota Mo. Your box itself, your LV, is 8 the number. So 9 premium watches. Is that correct?
For now, yeah. But you know
How much?
what I was thinking
I don't
about,
want to be rude, but how
Yeah.
much money is those 9 watches? You're talking 100,000 float, 150. What's your
over.
float?
I think I would say it's probably maybe closer to 150. I think. So I have the Daytona on Oyster Flex, right? Let's say that's what 35 grand, 40 grand if we're lucky.
Yeah,
I have my $5,000 turquoise OP that's worth like $15,000, so we can go with
yep,
that. I have my Submariner, the Starbucks. Um,
yep,
let's what 14,000. I have my Pepsi.
yep,
Pepsi's let's say 20,000 for a Pepsi, right?
yep,
I have my Snoopy, so let's say that's 14,000.
yep,
I have my Speedmaster, the new one, the white one. So what, 8 grand?
yep,
And I have my Vacheron overseas, blue
yep,
one. Let's say 25,000 on a good day.
yep.
And how many watts is that? 8, 9?
You
I think
haven't.
that's it, right?
What about the other Omega?
Oh, and the and the Speedmaster. That's what, 2 grand, 3 grand.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's 134.
Okay, there we go.
That's kind of. I mean, in that collection there, you got some really nice pieces.
Oh, I forgot the
Then
Explorer. I have an Explorer. Explorer one,
okay,
40 mil, 40 mil, $8,000.
okay, that's 142. Oh, we just lost him.
He's probably driving. San Francisco traffic.
CB, $5. If I had to part from my Rolex collection and just keep just one, I would keep the Day Platinum. All the others are replaceable. Toyota Mo, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
Like that. I don't want to be rude, right? But that's actually a lot of money. Okay, can I say that to you?
It's a lot of hard work. It's hard work, Arch. You know what?
And
Every
then
single watch.
142 plus your box. What's the box worth? 7?
Yeah. If I can get 7, yeah, you can have that.
That's 150.
There we go, 150. I got up to 150. I have a whole bunch of Moons watches. Those don't count though, right?
Counts as garbage.
Oh, come on. Oh, hey Doc, how about this? I'll show you this one Moon watch that I just got. It's the new one. It's
I know they're
like
for fun.
so there's this one Moon watch. I mean, this thing is fucking amazing. I want to show it to Ron Actuary because he keeps talking about that blue Omega, the what is it, the blue side of the moon, the one with the it's like a blue ceramic
Yep.
Omega, and I swear to you, that one it mimics that watch, but for like $300. So it's a really cool watch. It's
No,
so nice.
it mimics it, but it's all plastic.
Oh, fucking! I wouldn't even call that shit plastic, man. It's cheaper than plastic. It's bioceramic. But yeah, that thing is garbage, man. They're all garbage, but they're fun. You know, they're fun.
Yeah, it's all for fun. It's all
Yeah.
just. I think they're introductory watches so to get people into it.
You know, it's not a bad thing. It really is not a bad thing. I've only known personally one person that started off with a moon swatch and moved on to a regular moon watch. So, but you know, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people throughout the world that started off with a moon swatch and kind of upgraded it to an actual watch, you know, an actual
I want
mechanical
to ask you
watch.
something, Toyota. You own an apartment, don't you?
I own a house with my brother,
Okay, in LA?
San Francisco.
Isn't that kind of ridiculous expensive?
It's all I know, Arch. Born and raised.
Okay, so tell me this. With your watches themselves there, if you wanted to buy something else, one has to go? Is that how you look at it? Or
What do you
I
mean?
mean, there's no set rules. Like if you wanted to buy something, would you one
He
in,
never
one
Oh,
sells
out?
watches.
yes,
No,
yes,
he's not
yes,
like that.
yes. No, well, okay, so yes, I am now because of that, because I'm only limiting myself to that box. So now if I get a new watch, right, I'm gonna get rid of another watch. So this way there's always 8 in the box and 1 on the wrist, no matter what. So if I get something new, it's gotta be an upgrade from the current watches right now. You see what I'm getting at?
How
But
many
do I
Rolex?
but
Three
do I
Rolex.
need
How many Rolex? 3 or 4? How many
four?
Rolex?
Four, maybe five. But check it out, Arch. I don't need to do that, but
Yes.
I did that just so I can control the spending, you know? Just kind of this is it, you know. I don't want to get another box and oh shit, I'm almost out of battery. I don't want to start up get another box and go through all this other bullshit again. So if I get something, one will leave the connect collection.
You have a charger
What
in
if,
your car, don't you?
Oh, I fucking left it at work.
You better, you got to have a little bit of reserve in case you have an urgent call to make regarding
I
your
have my
car
work.
or
I have
something.
my no. I have my work phone. I have
has
my
Oh,
your
work
okay,
phone.
family ever
perfect,
called
perfect.
you out? Toyota,
Huh?
has your family ever called you out and said, I think you're spending too much on watches?
That's my money. I'm not spending their money.
Have any people
So
in your life said to you, I think you're spending too much on watches?
I'm not asking anybody for loans or anything. So it's you know, it's my hard-earned money. So nobody's gonna really, you know, I don't have a problem where I'm struggling to pay bills because I'm buying watches. You know,
You don't have
it's
to do a HELOC, is what you're saying.
no, never, never.
What do you think of
Listen, if I
what do
can't
you think of the idea of taking out a HELOC to get more watches?
listen, if the
Great
rates,
idea.
I mean, listen, if the money, if the money is cheap, then why not, right?
What's cheap
What,
money for you? What's cheap?
whatever it was for you back pre-COVID, whatever it was when they were giving it away.
Yeah, I got to pay
I don't.
6 for money now. 6.
Six,
Okay, 6 is a little high. What was it?
six.
But Art, at the best rate you ever got, wasn't it almost at like 3 or something, or what was it?
2.
Yeah, I was going to
1.99.
say it's just
That's
2%.
1.99 is good, perfect, beautiful. That's it. But
I
look, the way I see a HELOC for, it's not really for me to buy watches and luxury goods. It's for like something that's like life changing. You know, if I need to,
Like a brand
you
new
know what I
kitchen.
mean? Yeah, exactly. Something like that, or I have to, you know, some unexpected expense. But buying luxury goods is not gonna really
What does your lady friend think of you collecting and spending money on watches?
doesn't care. Once again, it's like I'm not like I don't brag about like, oh, I just bought this $10,000 watch. You know, I keep it to myself. I don't go around telling the whole world what I just bought.
Exactly.
So nobody
But you've
really knows.
sacrificed a lot, Toyota.
I sacrificed a lot of my younger years because so I can, you know, I didn't go and party on Friday nights, so I can go to work Saturday morning. So I I did that type of sacrifice.
It's called paying your
Which
dues.
yeah, you know, because I used to go to work hungover, and it was just like, what am I doing? You know, I work on commission, so what am I doing?
We just
San
lost him.
Francisco. Yeah, the
San
towers
Fran.
are terrible.
Doc, I got to tell you,
Yes, sir.
he's an interesting guy. I like him because he uses the box to sort of say, well, that's enough. You know what I mean?
Some people have to have tools for self-control.
The box makes the decision, Archie.
Saad, how many watches do you have at the moment? What's your collection like now?
One watch. I'm a one watch guy.
Oh, you've
No,
got
come
2
on.
day dates. You got 2 day dates. You've just told
But
me.
but I am okay with one watch, Archie.
How many have you got?
Few of them, but all are Rolexes.
Perfect.
You got a Daytona?
Yes.
No,
And day dates and date just.
Would you how do you work out what's enough for you? Because you had a 40, but do you want a 40 again, or you like the 36 size better? What
No,
do you prefer?
the 36 is good value for money. The prices on 36 are excellent. That is the only reason I get the 36. And also, I don't have big wrists. And I think 36 looks excellent on me because um, I can see links on both sides when I'm wearing it. One link on each side. So that is, I believe, the correct way to understand whether the watch is um, okay on you or not. Um, I don't see too many links, so it's not too small for me.
You
Secondly,
also
40.
you also
Sorry.
like the off catalog. You like the off catalog, which
Off, yes, knowledge
Can I
wise,
ask you
off.
something, Sad? I don't understand this. Please tell me one thing, okay? Why the fuck does Rolex release so many special stuff in the 36 mil day date? Why don't they release it in the 40 size and say, well, 40 is the new standard? Why do they release so many special things in only 36? Why? I don't understand. Why would they do that? I don't get it.
36 will always remain the standard and universal size for a day date, even for a date just. 40 will be in fashion for few more years, and there is a chance that people start buying the small watches again. 36 is not a bad
But they'll
size.
go
I
to
don't know
37. They'll go to 37. They won't go to 36. It'll
what
be
they have
38.
done on the 36 on the 6 digit uh, day dates is they have beefed up the lugs. So once uh, when you compare the old 36 millimeters with the new 36 millimeters, the new 36 looks actually like a 37 millimeter watch, and that is because of the lugs. The lugs are wider,
You
and
know,
the
the
watch
funny
is,
thing is, Todd,
yes, please.
in the old days, they didn't even mention what size these things were. It wasn't 36 or 34 or 40. They never even mentioned what size it was. And Doc, are
It
you
may be
still
because, yeah, it may
I
be
just
because they have
toilet.
released
I'll
so
be
many
back.
sizes
Going
now.
for a toilet break. I'll be back in 1 moment, Doc.
Okay, okay.
Just cover me.
It may be because they have released so many sizes, so many variants of the same watch. Like on the day date, you have 36, you have 40, you have 38 millimeter. So you have three day dates. You used to have fourth one also, the 41 millimeter, which was discontinued. On the date, just you, it starts from 28 millimeters and it goes till 41 millimeters. So I think they needed to do some classification. So it would have it will be much easier to give reference to your AD, which watch you're looking for, which size. So I think mentioning size is not a bad thing by these companies.
it's all with the era, you know. In the 60s, 70s, it wasn't an era for people to even care about how many
You know,
millimeters.
yeah. The best size I believe is the one they do it on the Daytonas.
I agree. 37, it's a sweet
37
spot.
and the new modern ones are also
Well,
excellent.
37,
The way
38,
Daytona,
39.
yeah, yeah, these are excellent sizes. Anything bigger than 40, in my opinion, is too big
It's part of the
because,
reason I switched
yeah,
to the first Amiga in space because it's 39.7, so basically 40, and that's plenty big. But a professional is 42, and I think it wears larger than 42. So I prefer the sweet spot. I prefer just under 40, like you're saying.
and when you actually measure these watches, like if you measure the date just 41, that is actually in real life somewhat 39 millimeters,
Yeah, more like 40, exactly.
more like 40, yes. But it feels more than 40. And it's not just the measurement of the case, it's the how long the lugs are.
Yep.
The distance from lug to lug matters a lot. The way the watch sits on your hand, how thick it is, matters a lot. The
A
end
lot of
links,
people forget about the thickness, and they forget about whether there's a contour, whether it's
yeah, the
arced.
contouring, yeah, contouring on the old watches there was a high amount of contouring. On
Right.
the newer ones, the lugs are somewhat
Just flat.
squarish.
Yeah.
Yeah, flat. They're flat. So that counts a lot. I mean, if you wear a 36 millimeter Explorer, which has extreme amount of contouring compared to a day date 36 millimeter, you will think that the day date is actually 38 and that Explorer is 34. The Explorer, especially the two-tone that they released, when you try it, it feels like a 34 millimeter watch block, and that is mostly because of the lugs and the contouring.
Yes. Would you ever get a Submariner?
I actually used to have one 16613. That was the only sub I had.
What color
I always
dial?
It was the regular blue dial, the regular blue, and I always loved the two-tone Submariners, and I love the newer one also, the 126613. I love actually I'm into modern stuff. The
That's the
the
best
more
kind of
the modern,
bathroom. Sorry.
yeah,
I was going to say that's the best kind of bathroom break where you can have food in your mouth.
yeah, that was quick, and you were eating something in the bathroom, I believe.
We got Mike the Snake. I got some rice crackers. Let me tell you something.
Did you found that in the bathroom?
What's Mike doing?
That's where it's stored.
What is that?
What's that?
Hey, Mike.
Hi,
Mike, we can see your screen.
You can see my screen. Oh, sorry about that. There we go.
I just wanted to make sure everything was okay.
No, I just I got paranoid, so I just tilted it down.
You're always paranoid. What happened?
Nothing. I just I'm staring at the camera thinking, what if somebody's staring back at me even when I'm not logged on to anything? And you hear about everybody talking conspiracy this, conspiracy that. So I just hang it over the edge of the monitor so it points downwards instead of at me.
So what watches do you have, Mike, these days? What watches?
My nice watch is my Speedy, and then I've got my 6139 Blue Pogue Seiko, and I've got an Orange Monster.
That you got from your uncle, right? Uncle
No,
Uncle
that was from my father.
So which one from your uncle?
No, my Seiko Samurai I bought at the and the Orange Monster I bought at the AD, but the Samurai has an Uncle Seiko bracelet on it.
How is he now? Yeah, how is he doing?
Well, Uncle Seiko is the company that makes aftermarket bracelets for Seiko. My personal uncle is dead and
He's
buried.
not your uncle?
No.
Then why do you call him uncle?
Well, that's the name of the company.
$5 from Patel Philippe. $5, the Mike the Snake Appreciation Fund. Let me tell you something, Saad. They never used to highlight the size of these watches. Old catalogs never even mention the millimeters. Patek.
This is what I was discussing with Doc when you went to the fridge, and the reason could be because
bathroom fridge. Yes.
The bathroom fridge. Yes, the reason could be because they have now a lot of sizes. They introduce a lot of sizes, like the datejust. It starts from 28 millimeters till 41 millimeters. So how would you classify which datejust you want? Same with the day date. So maybe that's the reason it's easy. You have reference point now. I want the 34 millimeter. Okay, you have this one. We have this one in stock. Maybe that's the reason.
True. That's just like in the old days, a 911 was a 911, and that's it. You only had one choice, 911, and now you've got a variety of 911. You have to be specific. Which one do you want? Good point.
I got to tell you something, Saad. I never understood. Are you ever fearful that watches one day could go like pocket watches, just completely die out?
Everything can be this can happen to anything you have in the world. Your houses, the price of your house can go down.
Your fiat
Your
currency
assets,
suddenly.
gold currency. If you are in that kind of fear, then I believe life is very difficult for you.
You have to go under a rock and hide.
Don't care so much about, some people, they care about depreciation on their watch and something else happens to them which they were never prepared for. You never know what is going to happen next. So I think take life a little bit easy, I believe.
I agree.
Sometimes you have to have faith.
Or you just kind of have to not care so much.
No,
You
you
know?
have to care, Mike. No, this is a bad thing you have said.
Well, no,
You should care.
I
No,
meant about.
what do you mean by not caring? And if you don't care, then people will be like you.
No. I meant I didn't mean not care at all. I meant about like
You mean careless.
buying low and always selling, making money or breaking even on your watch, like that kind of thing. Like
Oh yes, no,
if you
no,
like
not.
something,
Yeah.
just buy it. You have to not. Sometimes you just
Look,
have
you
to
have to
not
be
care.
careful. You have to respect money, Mike. I mean, it's not that you like it and you go and buy it. You have to respect money.
Oh, I
You
do,
have
but
to.
I'm also very good at losing it.
So
I'm
that the reason is because you don't have calculated steps in life.
true. Yeah,
It is.
I'm
It
guilty.
is
I'm
true. If you
guilty. I'm
don't
guilty
care,
of that.
then if you don't care,
If you
then
don't
you become
respect money,
careless.
money will not respect you.
Yeah. Well, the problem is money comes to me at times, that I sometimes don't expect or can't call, and so there are times where I have money and the deal isn't there, but I still want it, so I still pay to play, right? Like I did with my Rolexes, I paid a lot more than I should have, but I wanted them, so I bought them. I had the
There
money
was a
then.
there was a guy in the super chat. He asked us about a specific watch. It was a day date with the teal dial. know, and I told him that only if you can get it at retail, then go for it. Otherwise, don't waste a single penny extra on these watches. Unless the doctor has prescribed you, the doctor tell you that you will die if you don't get it, or if you really want to buy the watch, then that's another thing. But I always look for value for money.
Of course, of
The
course.
rich people, why are they rich? Because
They watch their
they
money.
they watch their money.
Yeah, 100%, man. Um, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I kind of fall somewhere in the middle of all of that, because um, there have been times in the past where I had enough money to afford Rolexes and buy nice watches, and at that
Sometimes you
time
have to control your urges, Mike. You didn't need it that 9:30.
I didn't. Oh no, of course not. But that was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and so I jumped on that. And subs are made all day long. I'll get another one soon.
Just for a minute, I gotta grab the super chat. We got Mike the Mistake, $10. Mike, it's an honor to own a Chingao, motherfuckers! Hat signed by the real Mike the Snake. Thanks, Mike the Snake. And we got Patel Philippe, $5. Archie, which team are you taking? Team Mike the Snake, Jimmy, Big Al, JT, Mike the Mistake, Mike the Solo Fist.
Solipsist.
Philosophers versus Team Yakuza, Marcelo, JB, Jock, and Mookie. Oh, that's a hard one. I think I go Team Yakuza. There we go. And we got Frank V, $5. Mike, can you explain to us Urishi dial watch and fountain pens? Show us your expertise.
Unfortunately, I don't have. I don't know what an Urushi dial is, and I really don't know anything about fountain pens other than I own a beautiful one that I haven't used yet. So I can't help you there. Sorry, bud.
Urushi sounds, I don't know, sounds
You know,
Japanese. I don't know.
there is an art um, called telazene, Mike.
Yeah.
Same with Japanese. They used to play with enamel and gold and stuff and create this art called urishi. This is basically
Oh.
lacquering. So
Okay.
it's very interesting. They do it on pilot pens, pilot Japanese fountain pens. They do it on that.
I'll
And
have to look. I'll have to check it out and look it up. It sounds interesting.
I got to tell you something, guys. Saad, just very quickly, I wanted to ask you this. What do you think of this? This is Pierce Brosnan's jacket. What do you think of the jacket?
one
Double
is
breast.
Pierce Brosnan, the other is Amitabh Bachchan. I think Pierce Brosnan did better because I don't like those contrast buttons on Amitabh's suit, the red one, the burgundy one.
I must admit, I do like the red, but the burgundy is a good color. Pierce Brosnan, he's a classic. It's Bond. It's Bond, Fikers.
The
Bond.
thing with peak lapel jackets like these, double-breasted, is that you have to be very well in shape. You have to have V tapering. Otherwise, it looks really boxy on fat people.
It doesn't. So, what looks good on fat people?
Nothing.
No, it does. You have to have wide lapels. The lapels should be wide enough. Some people, they buy off the rack jackets and the lapels are too thin for their body. So that is the main issue with
I
ready-made
see.
suits. Yeah, the lapels should match the width of the entire structure that you have.
Actually,
You ever remember that suit that David Byrne from the Talking Heads wore in concert always? It
Show
was
us,
this
not
Mike.
making sense.
It was this white suit that was like 3 times too big for him, and he would shake and it would move in the opposite
Yeah, the
directions.
suit that moves means
Yeah.
it's a bad suit.
Oh
The
yeah,
suit
totally. No, it
should be
was
like skin on your body. It should be like it should not move. If you're moving your arm and if the chest side of the jacket is moving, you're in terrible situation.
But
And
Mike's
that is
talking
usually
about
because of the lower armholes. Sorry, Doc.
he's talking about stop making sense, and that was a purposely oversized suit with a
Okay.
yeah.
it was intended for the
Like Rolex has.
operatic effect because he's a big
Exactly.
opera fan.
Hmm.
So it was a marriage
You know
of
the
opera and rock and roll.
Doc, a good suit is when it makes a fat man look thin and which makes a short man look tall. That's a good suit.
There you
And
go.
a standard suit, single breast, not double breast, is typically the one that will
What's
stream
wrong
you
with
on
double
you the
breasted
most.
suits? I love double breast.
Yeah, but double breasts don't camouflage your girth as effectively.
They actually bring attention to your girth.
What exactly is the difference between single-breasted and double-breasted?
It has 4 or 6 buttons on the front,
Oh,
and
okay.
one side overlaps the other side.
Oh, okay. That
And
would be double-breasted.
yes,
And if you're even a slight bit overweight, it will pucker.
Okay, and a
I thought
single-breasted
double-breasted
button's down the
hides
center.
the girth. I don't agree with that at all. I think the double-breasted hides the girth.
Okay. That's not
for
what
you maybe.
that's not what the suit makers will tell you.
They change. They diddle-daddle. They diddle-daddle between the two. The suit maker tells you whatever they want to sell. Do you
I think,
understand?
Archie, the most beautiful suits these days are made by a brand called Cifonelli. They make most beautiful suits in my view. And second is Tom Ford. If you don't understand what suit is, but you want the best in all aspects, then go for Tom
Tom Ford
Ford.
is so expensive. That is so expensive.
What will a suit like one of those cost to set you back?
$4,000, $5,000, $6,000, something like. But
Okay.
what they are doing, Mike, is they have made peak lapels on a single-breasted suit, and that too, the lapels are actually very wide. So
Hmm.
if a person who understands
You know what you make me
suits,
want to do, Saad? I want to go and start cooking. Do you want me to do some cooking with you on the show?
yes, make spaghetti.
Oh, a cooking channel?
I was going to do some cooking, but if you guys don't want it, it's okay. Whatever you
No,
guys
do
want.
it, Archie. We are waiting. Do it.
If
No,
you
Let's
do,
see
I
what
have to
you make.
leave and I have to leave and go eat. I haven't eaten
feel
yet.
the love,
Just got out of
Saad.
Costco.
I don't
Snuck
know if
out.
I can feel the love. You know what I mean, Saad? Because at the end of the day, you want to know something, Saad, that's important to me?
What is important to you, Archie?
What's the meaning?
Saad's happiness.
It's all about happiness, Archie. You know, a good suit makes you happy also, Archie.
Yeah, looking
Uh,
good. Looking good,
The looking
definitely.
good, looking good is a very important and positive energy. It
Yeah.
actually makes you a productive person.
You know,
It's good for your mental health to
the
look
suit you
good.
had on yesterday or the day before, can't remember which, single breast, that did the best job for you, Archie. It was better than a double breast would do.
Yes,
I love breasts. I will confess, I do love breasts.
Yeah, but
Okay.
that's for
I
the
think-
woman to wear.
I think we're all in agreement on that
Yeah.
one. Here.
it actually was a good fit, Archie, that suit, that jacket, I would say, because when you were sitting, you know, when the suit is well fit, when you're sitting, actually, what happens is the shoulders, they get raised, and also you have a collar gap. But in your case, these issues weren't there, so you looked
Okay.
good. That's why
And it was not double breast, that's for sure.
it was a notched lapel, single-breasted suit, I believe. Notched
Yeah.
lapel. Notched is normal. Sorry, it's a modern and less formal-looking jacket style.
Yeah, it does start to look like a tuxedo or something otherwise.
Yes.
Mm.
I got to tell
What-
you something, guys. You know what I
Tell
mean?
us, Archie.
I want to tell you this seriously, okay? You got to remember something with watches and suits and all this shit here. You don't always want to go for the cheapest. Patel Philippe, he's coming back onto the studio now for us. Look at this. He's here and he's got a message for us.
You want me to read it? Or
What he says is, I tell you what he says. He goes here. Mike the Snake, are we ready to announce the official Make It the Watch Time New York, October 18 to 20? Shall we let the fundraising commence?
let it commence. Let it commence. I'm there. I've set those 2 days aside, 3-4 days aside for the trip there and back, and the 2 days there, and I will be there if I can swing it. You bet, 100%. I'm in.
I think we're having cooking show tonight.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
is that what's happening?
Yeah. He's
Sounds like somebody's watching pornography.
No, it's my dog. It's my little dog.
I'm going to go get some ingredients and I'm going to show you how to make some great food, okay?
Come here.
When did suits start?
in front of
Wait,
us,
wait,
you
when did-
say,
when did-
come here,
when-
come
when
here.
did it- when did
But
it-
once
when
the
did- when-
mic is
when-
off, come over here.
When did they?
So I've got some meat. I got some meat. I'm bringing some meat. I got some meats. Okay, I'm going to make a very simple meal for you boys, okay?
What's
Very
with skinny
simple.
legged pants? What's with, What's with skinny-legged pants nowadays? Everybody, all the suits have skinny-legged pants, except for the King of England. He's got proper, wide-legged.
He's got sausage fingers, that guy. That guy's got sausage fingers.
Yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, and I saw him with Biden. Biden had these slim-fitting pants. He looked ridiculous, but the King had the wide pants. It looked much better. And wide pants are out of fashion. I don't know why. Wide-legged pants used to be a thing back in World War II. Back when I was a lad, the men used to wear wide-legged pants.
In junior high, I was into the bell bottoms.
Oh, that's the When was this? That was the 70s, Mike.
Yeah, it was 70s and early 80s. Yeah, 70s.
Do you know who
boil some water.
Do you know who popularized the bell-bottom pants, Mikey?
Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix or John Lennon, maybe, or I don't know, or Paul McCartney,
or Elvis.
In terms of the super bell bottoms, which came in the mid '70s, it was Cher.
Oh yeah, you bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was Jimi Hendrix.
I don't think Jimi Hendrix ever had any super-sized bell bottoms.
Oh yes, he did. Oh, you bet he did.
Yeah.
Just look at a concert of his. What is it? What was that big giant concert?
Woodstock.
Woodstock. Yeah, I think he's wearing a white suit with big giant, fat bell bottoms.
He dressed like a pimp, man.
Yeah. But
That's why they killed him.
They were big giant. They killed Jimmy.
Yeah,
they killed him, and they killed Jim Morrison, and they killed Brian Jones, and they killed.
So it's just got key ingredients. We got some Korean noodles. Korean noodles
with wine in his lungs.
Yeah, I'd heard.
Which is unusual for if you're actually drinking wine. It usually goes to the stomach.
Well, if you're laying on your back and you're so obliterated that you can drown on it. I've heard. I thought that's how John Bonham died as well, and Janis Joplin too. We all died of alcohol.
And Mama Cass died of a ham sandwich.
Janis Joplin died of a drug overdose, Mikey.
Did she? Okay, then I'm wrong there. Yeah.
She had the Porsches, the 356s, the tubs. She used to have the. No, remember she had that psychedelic one. No.
I don't. I never really followed Janis Joplin very much.
Just gonna have. Oh Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz?
Yeah.
What was that?
My friends all drive Porsches. We must make amends.
The speedsters. Was it the 356?
Yeah, the bathtub Porsche, the 356. Yes, that's what.
And they had one with just one driver's seat, no passenger. What was that? They had one model like that, something.
That was like the Spider, or they made a model before it that was kind of like a hybrid. It was in between a Spider and a 356, and they made very few of them. They were twin overhead cam engines. They were like really, really special cars, but I don't know much about them.
That's an impressively oversized bathroom that you have there, Archie.
Oh, that's rotten, Archie. Don't use that.
That's okay. It's okay. It's got a little bit left.
It's rotten, and somebody took a bite out of it. Nothing that a knife can't fix.
Tell me this, Saad.
Yes.
What are you buying next?
Nothing, Archie. Watches are just waste of money. It's total waste of money. Don't ever spend a single. Herman, by the way, I'm a big fan of yours. You are an excellent musician, and you should always be with us and have a background music so that this all place has a special vibe to it.
Well, thank you, Saad. That means a great deal to me. You made my.
You're a very classy gentleman, Mr. Herman.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah.
a genius as well. The fact that you can speak English better than most native speakers is.
I try my best, Mr.
Yeah.
Herman.
Well,
He is.
I'm not perfect.
Well, you're successful. When you try your best, you're successful. That's all I can say.
I will say that General Sod is a wordsmith. So
Yes, he's a genius. I think he's a genius.
And from what I've heard of Herman's piano playing and stuff, he's a wonderful musician as well.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Mike. I apologize for all the mean things I said about you in the past.
That's normal, Herman.
We're all just playing our perspective roles here. It's all good.
Right on.
And almost all the scripts that we get over the last several years have involved saying derogatory things about Mike the Snake. I'm not sure why, but I've noticed that in the scripts. There is a pattern.
Have you noticed Archie didn't cook it and ate it directly, the spaghetti?
He had it pre-made.
I think the focus has been eating cookies.
Okay.
Have we even started cooking? It's more eating than cooking. Oh, now we're getting a bird's eye view.
We got, looks like, what is that? Mushrooms cut up.
You know what I've started putting in my spaghettis is zucchini. Slicing up zucchini for spaghetti.
I got the plate already done. It's all ready to go. All I got to do is add the hot water. Look at this. Add the hot water.
What?
That's not spaghetti, Archie. That's ramen.
That's not spaghetti.
That's ramen. That's what I'm having. Ramen noodle.
Okay. Okay.
It's like spaghetti.
Yeah.
Except for it's not.
Exactly.
Gotta put some meat in there. The meat is in.
Oh boy.
Put the vegetables in. And that's it. That's it. That's the cooking. Look at that. It's in, look. It's on the hot plate. Some meat there. Noodles there. Give that a couple of minutes, it'll be ready.
Archie, if you want a completely different mushroom experience, if you take a tablespoon of any kind of liquor, like beer or whiskey or anything, and add it to the mushrooms, it alters their flavor and gives you a whole new perspective on mushrooms.
And if you really want a nice experience with mushrooms, there's these different kind of mushrooms.
Yeah, there's these
which
other
give you a
kinds
completely different experience.
Yeah, everything looks and tastes all different with those.
I'm not sure about putting them in your ramen, but I'm sure it works.
I don't know. Staring at ramen on those kind of mushrooms might give you the bowl of snakes effect.
Yeah,
and have you running, screaming out of the room. Ah, snakes.
What gives you the better experience, weed or mushrooms, Mikey?
What's that again?
Which gives you the better experience, weed or mushrooms?
Well, mushrooms is much more of an intense, hallucinogenic high. And so it's a bigger deal. You should take it like in the woods, maybe with a friend or a guide that has taken them before, so you don't have a bad trip. It's more of a big deal, whereas smoking pot is totally on the same level as drinking a beer.
Drinking a beer, yeah.
Right?
Taking mushrooms is not a pleasant thing necessarily, but it's a learning experience. It's something
unless you do it with a Sherpa. If you do it with a Sherpa, it's fine.
Yeah, guys, like I said, with a guide or somebody who's taken them before who can, like, let's say if you start to go to a bad place while you're on mushrooms, you can send yourself into a hole, into a bad trip. And if you have an experienced person there who's taken mushrooms, a lot of times, or a guide, they'll be there to talk you out of it and help you through that situation. But those are pretty rare. You got to be in a bad place, and you shouldn't be taking mushrooms if you're in a bad headspace in the first place.
I see.
You should be when you take mushrooms, you should be in a happy place, and you should go out to the woods and plan to spend 4 to 6 hours out there just walking around and enjoying nature, and enjoy all the colors and all the things that you get to see when you're tripping, you know. But it's
yeah.
Let me just
For
tell
me-
you,
For me,
personal
for me,
experience,
mushrooms.
happy
my
places,
personal
not during a
experience,
calculus exam.
Yeah.
No.
yeah. And personal
Here we go. We
experience
got
for me-
Patel Philippe, $5. Mike the Snake, would you ever be a cannabis guide? Mike the Sherpa.
Would I ever be a cannabis guide? Well, I'm not even sure what a cannabis guide is. I am kind of that in effect
Mike,
right now.
what's up
but
with the 930? What's update on? Do you still have the car? Have you sold it?
No, it's in the garage, ready to fire up and tear off down the
But
road.
you never showed the car to Patel Philippe and Mo. Is it having some problems?
I must have forgotten to pull out my phone and show them pictures of it.
No, not
but-
pictures. Pictures. The whole internet is full of 930s. We're talking about your car.
Yeah, no, I forgot to
Is
pull
it
my
having
phone
any
out.
problems?
No, not at all. It's running wonderfully actually, and man, it is really amazing and really fast, scary fast.
Can you start it now? Can we see it?
Yeah, start it.
We
No,
want to see it.
because when
No,
I
what's the
started,
problem?
when I started, I'm gonna take it for an hour-long drive because
Let's do that. Take us with you, please.
Yeah,
Take
yeah,
us with
it's
you. Yeah. We want to go.
we love the car,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
We want you to start the car, warm it
sometime
up.
soon when I get my phone working to where you can have volume and I
You
can
said
hear
that about
you.
the Ducati. I wanted you to ride your Ducati and take us for a ride on the Ducati. And you said, "Okay, I'll do it," and that never happened. I think the same thing's going to happen here with
Look,
the 930.
it's not a
it might,
F40. It's not F40 or CLK GTR that you have to warm everything up. Just start the car. We want to see it. Simple.
Yeah,
even
I don't
Archie
want to. I
started
don't want to
his
start it up
BMW
and
for it.
shut it right back off.
Well,
That'll
we
cause.
don't shut it off. We will wait for it. Even for half an hour, we can.
No,
We'll
I'm not
reel
gonna.
video.
I'm not gonna let it sit in idle.
Let us bask in the glory of the engine running. You know.
I
all
do,
we
but
ask
when I take it out, I'll take you guys on a drive with me.
No, today, now. We are waiting
No.
now.
I'm not
What-
going out. I'm done. I'm done
Is it
going
too
out for
cold
the day.
outside?
It's a little hot today for me outside. Right
So,
It's hot for
okay.
me. I'll go outside and start my car up if you want. No
Yeah,
problem.
I can do it also.
Yeah. Let's do it, Saad.
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
No, Mike, nothing to laugh at. Were you laughing at us?
No, it's just I'm laughing at that I'm not starting mine. That's
You're
all.
you're laughing at yourself.
Yes.
Start the car, Mike.
No, I'm not gonna.
Are you having issues with the gasket?
No, the car's. I mean, it's got a couple of little valve cover.
Yeah, little issues.
leaks.
Yeah, I understand. It's an old car. It might be having issues. Are you having issues with the starting?
No.
Does it start with single crank?
Yeah, fires right up.
So can you do it now?
I undo the battery every time I shut the car off just to preserve the
Is
battery.
there any electrical problems?
It does. If I let it sit for 2 or 3 weeks hooked up, there's some minor draw that's
That
why
is normal. I think that is normal because the resistance, the wires get old, so there is huge resistance built.
Yeah.
That I understand, and also, but you can start it for us.
We got a super chat. We got a super chat from Patel Philippe here, and Patel says to us here, Mike the Snake, will you be doing bong rips at Pod 51 in AC3's room?
Is that in New York?
Yeah, that's where I stay. That's my hotel.
Well, if there's a session going on, a safety meeting happening at Pod 51, I'll be there and I'll be in on it for sure.
We're not sure that it's completely legal in New York. I don't know if that matters.
Doesn't matter to me.
The 930 is I think, a great investment piece. It's a great investment car. You will
Is that
see
a better investment than buying Rolex, Saad?
much better than Rolex. Much better.
You think so?
Only if everything is original on the car. No aftermarket intercooler, no nothing.
Yeah, well,
it's a challenge because it's easier to find a Rolex that's been unmolested than a 930 that's been unmolested.
Well, they're out there, but they're 200,000-300,000. Whereas my car kind of falls under the category of a hot rod 930, where it's kind of been built out more as a track car, but it's still registered and street legal. So it's got a roll cage and 5-point seat belts.
Do you remember the 930 Gambella? With the pop-up headlights.
Oh, you mean the slant nose?
Yeah, the slant nose.
Yeah, those are beautiful.
We've got another super chat here, Mike. Just quickly, we've got Patel Philippe, $2. AC3, will you share a room at the pod with Mike the Snake? Hey, if I can get a free room there, I would share it with Tim Wright. Do you know how expensive New York is?
Hey, how you doing, boo? You having breakfast? Lunch? Eating during the stream. Perfect.
Hey, Curly.
Hi, boys.
How you going?
Curly.
You got another super chat.
We got one from John C, $2. Mikey, what does Porsche Moby Dick mean to you?
Was that the 944? What was
No,
it?
it's a 935.
935, okay.
Yeah.
It looks more like a 911, Saad.
It is a 911, but it's a 930 that's been taken to the 935 specs by Kramer or Singer or a number of other companies. The 935 is an all-out, super crazy, insane race car.
My favorite was the 959, the four-wheel drive. The all-wheel drive.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. They made a rally car version of that as well. It was really cool. It's all jacked up.
It had four-wheel steering, all-wheel drive.
Yes.
I think air suspension
Bill Gates
also.
had one.
Bill Gates had one, yes. It had some issue with the customs, I believe. Yes.
Yeah, they were very tough on him, you know.
And then my favorite was the 911 GT1.
Okay.
You remember? That's beautiful.
Herman, your check engine light.
Why do you have to scream, Curly?
Check engine light. Look, it's dangerous.
He can see it. It's his car. He can see it.
No, I'll go back to 930 talk. Hey, Archie, I got a dungeon set up. So whenever you want to end, we got an after show set up on the dungeon. I'll see you guys.
The only time Curly has a chance to scream is when he's in the Archie.
Yeah. We want to get Herman to scream. It's therapy, Saad.
I understand.
It's good therapy for him. See? It's good therapy.
Yeah,
Maybe if
fuck yourself.
he's got to get it out. He's got to get it out. See? He's got to get it out. See? It works good. Hey, this is Doc. Doc gave us a prescription for scream therapy on the streams. Right, Doc?
Yeah.
It was something that we stumbled into. We stumbled into it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, there's another Lexus right there. Jesus Christ. There's another Lexus. Holy shit.
Maybe we'll get if we could get Herman to have a road rage incident, he might be happy forever.
Is this FJ Cruiser or what is this?
Around here, it's Tesla.
I said Lexus. I meant to say Tesla. There's Teslas all over the place.
I don't know what vehicle he's driving.
Around here, everybody's got a Tesla, man. It's like,
Everybody's got a
you're
Tesla.
not,
Herman
you're not
doesn't.
cool.
Herman's not driving a Tesla. You could hear the motor.
Yeah, he's driving maybe a Toyota.
And it's got check engine lights on. So.
All right, so we'll check you out later, Archie. Whenever, give me a minute to get over by the dungeon. Whenever you want to end, we got some long lost Gonzo episodes that we're gonna play. See you later.
Do you know
Thank
when
you.
you're linking
See you,
to
Curly.
the dungeon?
Whenever he decides to finish, I'll listen. There you go.
I'm-
Slurp that shit up. Get it in you. Get it in you.
I'm
That's
ask-
good stuff.
I'm asking him if he knows when.
No, it doesn't matter. The link is
Couple
already sent.
minutes.
All he has to do is end the stream. If
Okay,
he's
well, you
able to
heard
do
A
that.
couple minutes is fine.
See you
Archie,
later.
do you take antibiotics after eating things like this?
You don't want to eat too many antibiotics. By the way, I'll just show you. This is my little display here for my son.
Oh, nice. A little
Okay.
shrine.
Yeah,
That's very nice, Archie. Very tasteful.
yeah. We always buy fresh flowers for him. There we go. There we go. It's on the piano. On the piano, Herman.
That's a nice picture of him there.
Yeah, no, that's a beautiful. That was, yeah. So, guys, I'm going back into the studio there. I had my lunch. That was a great. I was just really hungry there. Really hungry. Guys, we've had a great.
Does food make you happy, Archie?
Of course, food makes you happy. You know that. Come on, don't be.
How do I know it?
Does it make you want to throw up yet?
Take ciproxine, Archie, 500 milligrams.
What
What
happened?
happened?
There we go. We're here. We're back in the studio.
I see.
Guys, what a great show we had today. You know, we had some great shows. This has been one of the best. I really enjoyed it.
Welcome back, General Sod.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sod, I gotta say, it's great to talk to you and have you back, man.
What happened? I got to tell you, we had a really good show today. It was very enjoyable. And we had some great talk. It's great to have the General back in the house. That was amazing with the General. Good talk, good discussion. Just a great guy. And he's a very enthusiastic Rolex collector there. And that's what you want, enthusiast collectors. That's what we want, enthusiasts. Sam Davidson, £1.50 super sticker. Thank you, Sam Davidson. Guys, I want to thank everybody who super chatted today. Let's go through the list. And let's thank them, because without these people here,
You'd be
it makes
alone.
it really hard to do the show. And that's exactly it. So let's go through this list of people who helped us today. We had Patel Philippe. Thank you, Patel Philippe. Patel Philippe, CB, JD, MTL. Patel Philippe. Malik Diamond, P Cars, Patel Philippe. Ross Rachel Brady Network, Patel Philippe. Osman Alva, Patel Philippe. SR Bell 67, Spinnaker, Patel Philippe, SR Bell 67, Frank V, Patel Philippe, Sam Davidson, Patel Philippe, SR Bell 67, Happy Meal, Patel Philippe, Mobster, Little Dave, JD MTL, Malik Diamond, Sam Davidson, P. Clan, Patel Philippe, Giorgio the Chef, Frank V, SR Bell 67, The Rancher, Patel Philippe, CB, Patel Philippe, CB, M3 6 Speed, Patel Philippe, CB, Patel Philippe, Mike the Mistake, Patel Philippe, Frank V, Patel Philippe, John C, and Sam Davidson. Guys, that is the show for today. We're linking to Curly. We will be back tomorrow. Guys. Back tomorrow. Thank you so much. Special thank you to Saad for coming on, having great day date talk, great watch talk. Mike, always there. You're a great backup guy. Herman, we love you. We had Curly. We had Doc. Doc always adds a classy element to the show.
Doc is the best.
Doc is the best. So, guys, that's the show, and we will be back tomorrow. See you later, guys.
And don't